This is my passion. This is what I love to do. But some days, sometimes, I'm just like you, man. I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. I'm just like you. Damn, I hate this job. Man, I hate this job. Man, I hate my job. From a good dream I wake, sun rays on my face, planning out my day, hoping this ain't the one that I catch a case. I feel so good, I feel so straight. My manager keep calling me saying, hurry up, you late. Hurry up, you lay off. Y'all, man, I hate this job. Man, I hate this job. Been trying to play it cool, but it's hard to play it off. I've been hanging on to this bullshit, cause my car still ain't paid off. I know I'm on my way up, my boy just got laid off, so y'all, man, I hate this job. Man, I hate this job. These hoes here so ratchet, these niggas here so sneaky. Y'all don't even really pay enough for y'all to only pay bi-weekly. I'm trying to double up my cash, take this job, shove it up your ass. Yo, man, I hate this job. Sometimes I wanna say, walk in and slap my boss. This shit is getting hard. Damn, I hate this job. Gotta make it out of this struggle, bruh. And I don't really mean to take it out on you. You just a customer, but damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. We're the reason why your stockholders always stay afloat. Yet I'm asking, are they hiring? Like everywhere I go, schedule will say 9, but I think it's fine if I clock in at 9:04. I work 40 hours a week plus overtime just to be bro. So y'all, man, I hate this job. Hate that I applied. So much has transpired since the day that I was high. Told me I could advance, but you were telling me lies. Gotta give your notice before I quit, but you don't say shit right before I'm fired. Damn, man, I hate this job. Sometimes I wanna say, walk in and slap my boss. This shit is getting hard. Damn, I hate this job. Gotta make it out of this struggle, bruh. And I don't really mean to take it out on you. You just a customer, but damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. You and your procedures, you and your protocol, you and your policies, none of that shit don't apply to me. You and your quotas, you and your standards, you and your 2 sick days a year. Y'all niggas bananas. Wonder why the postman's posted with hammers, going postal with Popo on camera. His wage got him enraged, stressed out, it's hard to maintain. He flips the middle, grabs his. He said, if you don't get the picture, I quit, you ain't shoot. Mother, man, I hate this job. Sometimes I wanna say, walk in and slap my boss. This shit is getting hard. Damn, I hate this job. Gotta make it out of this struggle, bruh. And I don't really mean to take it out on you. You just a customer, but damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Look, man, I hate this job. I put my pants on one leg at a time, just like you. I'm out here trying to take care of my family. Damn, I hate this job. It's not always glamorous, for real, but I do what I gotta do for me and mine, you know? Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. I'm just like you, nigga. Damn, I hate this job. Man, I hate this job. Man, I hate my job.
The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers, commentators, experts, and/or the host. They do not explicitly nor necessarily reflect nor represent the channel's policy or the views held by the channel or broadcaster. The broadcaster or its channel cannot be held accountable for all or any views expressed during the program. Basically, if I didn't say it, don't come for me. You come for the person who said it. And please don't sue me for somebody else's words. With that said, let's start the show, motherfucker.
This that squad side.
This is me, man.
This that squad side.
This is me, man.
Yeah. What up, though? What's popping? What's happening? What's going on? You're back in the lab with your favorite neighbor, your man, Mark Nash. He is I am he. Another one. Oh, yeah. It's another great episode of Breaking Beats. You already know what it is. We break down the business, entertainment, art, technology, sports, and anything else you and I feel like talking about. 1 second. Excuse me, I had to get a sip of this water. Get some of that water in me. You already know what I'm going to do tonight. We're going to have fun, man. We're going to turn up. If you don't know what this is, man, it's a hip-hop political sports show with a comedy twist. We like to let the jokes fly. You know why? Because life is serious enough. All right, I got the wrong graphic on the screen, so let me get it together now. All first verse. All right, so let me take that graphic off the screen. But we got a good topic, man, on the docket. I don't know if y'all saw this roundtable that went around today, and man, oh man, it was a good one. It was a damn good one. I'm gonna break it down round for round, line for line. Y'all already know how we do, man. We're gonna turn up, man. We're gonna have a good time. And I know some people gonna be mad when they see this episode because some of these great champions and trainers kind of was echoing some of the points that your man Mark Nash been trying to tell you. I know.
What the hell is going on?
Yep. And it feels so good to be right. Somebody said Mark is taking a tenders break. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, you talking about my lunch that I had earlier today? Yeah, I had lunch, man. Yeah. Definitely had some lunch today. I had a 3-piece chicken tender. Y'all niggas act like I ate a 20-piece hot wings something, man. I had 3 chicken tenders and a salad. I didn't put the salad up there. That wasn't that impressive. But I thought the chicken tenders looked kind of fly. Did a good job cooking those. All right, man, let's get right into it. I'm going to do a neighbors only roll call because without the neighbors, the show would not be the show at this level, all right? So let me do a quick neighbors only roll call. I'm going to break this interview down, and we're going to have a good time, and that's going to be it. That's going to be all I got tonight because this is a pop-up episode. I did not get to do the other content I wanted to do earlier today, but it's all good. Everything happened for a reason, right? God, I make a lot of mistakes. God makes none, so everything happened for a reason. So let me do this neighbors only roll call. Y'all let me know if that music is too loud in the background too, or I need to turn myself up. I'm gonna turn myself up a little bit. There we go. All right, so let's get into it. Ace Retro, let's go.
What up?
Big Hova, I thought I told you.
What up?
Shout out to Dub right side,
What up?
Mr. Golden,
What up?
Raheem Soto,
What up?
Mr. Like That.
What up?
That guy clips 330 early.
What up, gangsta?
Shout out to my sister Memo, aka Girl Behind the Mic.
What up?
Unbiased fan Brim Reaper.
What up?
DJ, he don't play.
What up?
Raheem the Dream.
What up?
Shout out to Tony Boswell, all is well.
What up?
Adam Kelly, all the way in Australia.
What up?
Hold up, turn that shit down, man. I'm sorry, it is a little too loud. The music is a little too loud for me. Let me see. Let me just trim that down just a little bit. Just a little bit. Bring it down just a little bit more. All right, there we go.
What up?
There we go. There we go. That's a happy medium. I can work with that one right there. All right, where was we at? Adam Kelly all the way in Australia. Mama, we made it down under.
What up?
Shout out to John Norrie. He came to tell his story.
What up?
Major Key Boxing.
What up?
Cam.
What up?
Titus the Titan.
What up?
Philip Bates, the all-time great.
What
The
up?
boxing scholar.
What up?
Holla.
What up?
God Body.
What up?
Scans Rants.
What up?
Came to do his dance.
What up?
Dent 5.
What up?
All the way live. EDD. Better get them blue chews, baby.
What up, gangsta?
Sing and sing boxing. What's popping?
What up?
Mr. Pass, my lad.
What up?
Arthur, the big talker.
What up?
Lady Shan done them season, my UK girl all the way in London town.
What up?
Cooking with the champ, aka Champion Heart.
What up?
Shelton Moore, he on the floor.
What up?
SLG,
What up?
Sam F.
What up?
Shout out to Pound for Pound Sports Entertainment. Look, Pound for Pound Sports Entertainment. That's my guy F. Merritt. What up, fam?
What up?
Tell Toya, what up, sister? How you doing? Shout out to Tell Toya. Check her out. Make sure you follow all these people channel as well.
What
The
up?
kid is back just like that.
What up?
Kendall,
What up?
Johnny Goodman, what's up, man?
What up?
D-Lo 404 Boxing, let's get it popping.
What up?
Shout out to my brother Shawn T with the strap.
What up?
Kansas City Mac, where you at?
What up?
Shout out to Karma Serene with the Serene Saturdays.
What up?
Nick Rich in this tread.
What up?
Aaron Parker, the Bit Talker.
What up?
Taylor Bell.
What up?
Stephen Bateman all the way in Australia.
What up?
Shout out to Taylor Bell with TabTech, UnlockSim.com. Unlock your next device today.
What up?
Wanda Villa, the Rilla,
What up?
aka Epoxy Magic.
What up?
Transcendent Sports Channel, my Filipino brother from another.
What up?
Shout out to Fistiana Fights. She just might.
What up?
Jacob Sims, that's him.
What up?
Haplo, let's go. Haplo, check your email. I sent you an email, man. This dude to be doing like these audits, bro. Sound just like you. MFB, my G, what up?
What up?
Patricia Shelton.
What up?
Miss Queen's son kissed, and yes, she was kissed by the sun, baby.
What up, gangsta?
Beyond the Ring with Nonito and Rachel Donaire, that's 9-time champion. Nonito on his way to 10, on his way to the Hall of Fame. He's fighting for his 10th world title on July 15th at the Cosmos on the undercard for the Frank Martin fight. That's on July 15th. Make sure we all support that event in a major way. It will be on Showtime, all right? We're going to do a live reaction to that fight as well.
What up, gangsta?
True Media Today, USA Boxing. That's my guy, Coach Malachi Williams. What up, Coach?
What up?
Puto.
What up?
Food Revolution, AK Foodie with the Beauty.
What up?
KP from KC5.
What up?
Matt Wade, that's Matt Wade with 2 T's. Got a dope single out called Papa Daddy. Y'all check him out.
What up?
Ill Status Boxing. What up, Ill?
What up?
Shout out to Tank, the Sweet Science Examiner. Hashtag tell him Tank said it.
What up, gangsta?
Beyond Above Media.
What up?
Pittsburgh T.
What up?
SF City Slicker.
What up?
I Know Boxing.
What up?
It's Mex.
What up?
Rider of the Storm.
What up?
Hitter There.
What up?
Matty Yoel.
What up?
Cliff Bailey.
What up?
Con Shawnery.
What up?
Lisa Bell, She Never Fails.
What up, gangsta?
HLD.
What up?
Brandon Washington.
What up?
D Belva the champ got the red bucket. Gotta love it.
What up, gangsta?
And shout out to my good brother Derek Lincoln, aka the Big Fish, aka member number 1.
What up, gangsta?
All right. All right, man. Y'all ready to have a good time? Say yeah. Care where you at, wherever you at. Make some noise. Say yeah. Even if you're driving in a truck right now on third shift by yourself. Yeah, we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna break it down for the people who did not see this interview today. And we're gonna have a good time. Shout out to Abigail. I see you, sister. Shout out to Timothy Grant. I see you guys out there. All right, Karate Body, what up, champ? So let me put my graphics on the screen. Y'all know I gotta keep keeping y'all ready for this fight, man. We counting these days down, man. 22 days. 22 days. It's gonna be glorious. Oh my God, I cannot wait. I cannot wait. We gotta support this event in a major way. It goes down July 29th. Goes down July 29th. Oop, hit myself off. There we go. Yeah, it goes down July 29th, live from the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Your boy Martin Ash will be in the building supporting this event in a major way. If you can't make it out to Las Vegas, please support this pay-per-view. This is a major fight. This is the fight we all asked for. We begged for. The fighters did the job. The people, the suits did their job. They got the fight here for us. Let's support this event, all right? So with that said, let's get to the bread, all right? Now, this They had a champions and trainers roundtable. This was on Fight Hype, Premier Boxing Champions, etc. This was all over the place today. They've been breaking it down. People been making it into clips, and some people haven't seen the whole thing. So we're gonna break it down round for round, and we're gonna do a reaction. Also, I'm gonna open the phone lines up so everybody could call in, because sometimes when they did theirs today, everybody wasn't able to call in. They had selected media, selected press, and even then, only certain people was listening in, and only certain people still could answer questions. Everybody else had to be in the chat. Well, unlike that, tonight we're gonna allow you guys to call in and voice your opinion as we listen in and we respond to it. You know, we're gonna stop and go, and we're gonna respond to this in real time. Shout out to everybody who's here early, and we're gonna talk about it. Somebody said Spence versus Crawford fight is going to be a banger. I got my boy Spence, but this is a 50-50 fight. I ain't mad at that, bro. No matter who you root for, I don't care. Let's support the fight. Let's just support the event, no matter who you're rooting for. So let's get into it, man. There was some interesting things said in this this joint.
Fought with.
And I'm gonna take it right from the top. This is the only thing I'm doing tonight far as the content. So because this gonna take us a little time to get through, but it's gonna be fun, it's gonna be interesting, we're gonna have a good time. And some people gonna be mad. Some people ain't gonna like it, but it's okay.
With both individuals.
So basically, he's gonna do an introduction. We got Kell, Brook, and Shawn Porter, who fought both gentlemen. John Norrie, what up, fam? I gave you a shout out early. Nick Rich, I definitely gave you your shout outs too.
Men at their peaks, both men seem hungry and ready to go.
Who shared the ring with Errol Spence back in September of 2019 at what was
I'm at church last night, and they're talking about it at church.
Shawn Porter said he was at the church. At church, and they was talking about it. Good Lord. If I would go to church, man, and they in there talking about Spence and Crawford, then you a hell of a preacher. If you can find a way to put Spence and Crawford in the message, good Lord. Good Lord. I would have been like,
What the hell is going on?
let me take my first call. 808. Tell them your name, where you from, family.
It's my Spence TV. How y'all doing?
I'm good. How are you, sister?
I'm good. I know you just started the show.
You chopping. Say it again.
I said, I know you just starting the show, and you talked about that panel they had.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, I watched clips, finally watched the whole thing. And I, as a female, this is something I'm just always wondering about and kind of worrying about. Spence delivers a lot of low blows.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes I say on purpose. As a man, it's, you know, and this goes out to your panel and the people in the chat too. As you guys are men, can you speak to how that affects you in a fight or in any kind of competition? Would it make you stand still, pause? Is that the reason why people just stand in front of him? Would it make you, you know, it doesn't matter or whatever?
Oh, it matters.
Something
Oh, it matters.
female
It make me
thing.
mad too.
Yeah.
My little
so
daughter,
I
my
can't
daughter
imagine.
accidentally hits. I'm gonna tell you how much getting hit in the a low blow hurts. You ready for this?
Right.
It hurts this bad when guys see other guys on TV get hit with a low blow. Like even when they do it in comedy, like on like you might see it in a comedy show or movie, we'll be like, ooh, and we all reach and we crunch our legs and make a sound like, because it hurts that bad. Even seeing somebody else get hit in the balls, you'll be like, God. Ugh. But even like a little child, like my daughter, when she come try to run and jump on me on the couch or something, I'll be like, yo. Like, you heard daddy boy spot. That's my boy spot. Like, come on now. Like, you too rough. Yeah, so it's definitely, and it's a lingering pain. It's not like boom and it goes away. Like, no, it's a radiating pain, and it sticks with you for a couple seconds. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes a couple minutes. It take a minute to go away. That's why they give it 5 minutes. Yeah.
What guys say is because your adrenaline is pumping is one of the things you feel it, but you don't feel it. Like, is that true? Or
nah, you feel it. You feel it. You feel it. Trust me, you feel it.
Even with all the adrenaline pumping and stuff.
Yeah. look, your adrenaline pumping having sex, but sometimes depending on how the girl might be riding you or something, or how she might twist, she might bend your joint a little bit, like, ew. You know what I'm saying? The way she twists and burn. Yeah, I'm just saying. Might try to bend your joint. Be like, yo, you doing too much, shorty. Hold on, let me put it back in. Respectfully, of course. You know what I'm saying?
So y'all think that he does that on purpose?
Now that's
to slow a fighter.
That's a different thing. That goes into the hearts and minds of men. Now, I can't attest to that. That's going to be on the individual person if they believe he's that type of fighter. I want to believe in my heart of heart he's not a dirty fighter. So I want to believe he's not, but shoot, it happens a lot. You get what I'm saying? So I'm gonna just give Spence the benefit of the doubt because I don't want to believe he's a dirty fighter.
I'm not saying he's dirty.
No, I didn't say you said. You asked me I didn't say you said that. But your question was, do I believe it's on purpose? I want to believe it's not, but it will slow a guy down and it will give you a chance to get a break from whatever that guy is doing, and that guy's gonna need a break too, and it will slow him down a little bit.
Okay, so it can be used as a factor just to get that half a second or 3 seconds leverage or something like that, because I do sometimes think he does it on purpose, but I equate that dirtiness with throwing elbows because, you know, I've seen Floyd, and he's my favorite fighter. Floyd has one of the best elbow hits that I've ever seen. Like, he punches you, but he come behind and with the elbow. Whereas some people throw the elbow and it's obvious, or they start out with the elbow, then they try to punch. Floyd is ending it with it, and over time, that takes a toll. So that's how I was looking at it. And I don't know what Crawford has to do to make sure that don't happen. I think if Spence is going to win the fight, if he's going to win, he don't need to do that. And matter of fact, all his fights, he always seemed to do it, but he never needs to do it. That's my opinion. But that's all I had to say.
Fair enough. Thanks for calling in. You want to plug your channel before I let you go?
Okay, you guys can check me out at Boxing Fans Talk TV. That's BOXINGFANS Talk TV. I come on Monday through Friday unless I'm caught up or there's nothing to really talk about. I don't want to rehash the same thing. Sometimes I take a break. Also,
what time do you go on? What time?
Oh, Monday through Friday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
You broke up a little bit. You broke up a little bit. Monday through Friday, 7 what time?
7:30 Eastern Standard Time.
Okay.
7:30 p.m.
Cool.
Eastern Standard Time. Also, check out AskMeTee51.com. AskMeTee51.com. Get your undisputed t-shirts over there.
Okay. Got that merch popping. Let's get it.
Look, they got one for Spence and they got one for Crawford and a lot of other good things. It's called a Gadget and Gadget store. We got spy cameras. We got dog seat belts. We got some of everything.
All right, I'm going to check it out. Tell them that website again. Ask Miss T with 2 E's, right?
AskMeTee51.com. That's AskMeTee51.com. And we just put up the phone chargers, the keychains. They look inconspicuous keychains, but they will charge your laptop, your phone,
for sure,
and your tablets.
All
you
right.
know when you out there and you lose your charge, that's a horrible feeling. But
all
you
right.
got one on your key. So check me out.
We're going to check it out. Thank you so much for your call.
All right, thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Peace. Shout out to Miss T and Boxing Fans Talk TV. Make sure y'all go check her out, subscribe to the channel. All right, let me get to it, man. Let's get into it. Let's break this shit down.
I'm at church last night and they're talking about it at church. You know, so
They're talking about it at church.
And this is a big one, man. This is the biggest. I'm excited about it.
The biggest.
All right, Shawn, privileged to be joined alongside by you. Also, another man that has shared joining us, the former welterweight champion of the world, Kell. How are you?
Like Shawn said, you know, everyone's
Shout out to
talking
Kell,
about
Brook.
this fight. It's a massive fight, you know.
Massive.
you know, it's who's number one, you know, and I'd actually put them as pound for pound in all the divisions. This is for the one, you know.
Yes. Thank you, Kell Brook. Thank you, Kell Brook. I'm saying the same thing. Somebody was like, man, you talk about this shit every night. Yes, because whoever wins this is gonna be pound for pound number one best fighter in the world, in my opinion.
What up,
and y'all already know how I feel about my opinions, right? You know what I'm saying?
We're not gonna continue to go back and forth about what my opinion is, right? My opinion is a fact.
Absolutely. If you didn't know, so let's get into it.
Oh, we've got Terence Crawford and we've got my man Errol Spence, you know, and they're gonna go hard at it.
And for those who don't know, this triangle theory is kind of wild because both guys lost to Spence and Crawford. Crawford stopped both guys. Spence went the distance with Spence stopped Kell Brook, went the distance with Porter, but he dropped both of the guys. So this is kind of dope. But Kell Brook beat Shawn Porter and took his title that Errol Spence took from him. So yeah, this is gonna be great.
Much looking forward to the matchup. And now from a trainer's standpoint, a man who has been in the corner of the likes of Andre Ward, also Amir Khan as well, Andre Berto, the esteemed Virgil Hunter. Virgil, you know both guys, both Terence Crawford and also Errol Spence. How much are you just counting down the days until we see this mega welterweight
I almost didn't recognize Virgil too with the goatee, man.
Championship affair on July 29th?
Well, the fight can't come soon enough. I'm excited, especially to get both men in it.
Let me see if I can speed this up just a little bit. Y'all let me know when I speed this up, if it's too fast for you guys. Let me see, make sure it's not too fast. I'm gonna try to speed it up a little bit because it's a lot to unpack here. And the phone lines will be open while I'm doing this. I'm gonna try to ask you guys to limit your calls to 2 minutes, though. Try to limit your calls to 2 minutes or less so we can keep this going.
It peaks. Both men seem hungry and ready to go, and I expect a very epic night.
Very much, as all of us are. As is a man who's a student of the game, another esteemed trainer, been in the corner of the likes of Julian J. Rock Williams and Caleb Plant as well. Stephen Breadman Edwards from Philadelphia. Breadman, I know you love boxing probably more than anybody on the planet, but how much are you anticipating this matchup?
All right.
And it's a big fight. It really is. It's funny because the day after the fight, I'm supposed to go out to Des Moines, Iowa for my kids to run in the AAU Junior Olympics. And instead of getting the tickets on the 29th, I got to get the tickets on the 30th because I don't want to be nowhere where I miss this fight. So
I know that's right.
By that? Your back is broke.
Yeah, we ain't missing nothing for this fight.
We're actually leaving for Junior Olympics a day late just so I can see the fight.
Wow, unbelievable. I mean, that is commitment, but you know what? I'm sure.
Unbelievable. That is commitment. Let's get past that. Let's get to the smoke.
From an X's and O's standpoint.
Yeah, X's and O's. Let's talk them X's and
O's.
O's.
What is the difference between both fighters?
Let's get into it. What's the difference?
Yeah, I think that there's two narratives out there. I think, or really there's one narrative. That narrative is that Terence Crawford can do more things in the ring. He's got more tools in his toolbox.
It ain't no narrative. That's a fact.
A vertebrae.
And even though Errol Spence is a basic boxer, he's the most fundamentally sound boxer in the world. I do agree with that, but Errol's got more in his arsenal as well. And I think that we've never been able to see him pull out everything that he's had to use.
So basically, Errol's been fighting subpar competition where he hadn't used all his tools, or he's fighting great competition, but he doesn't even have to use all of that. I don't know. We're gonna talk about it more.
Terence has been in the ring with guys who have done different things, and he's had to present other things go into his toolbox. But I do think that from an X's and O's standpoint, it's all a matter of what are you going to do this round, because they both have the ability to make adjustments, and they both have the ability to be aggressive. They both have the ability to fight off of the back foot, counterpunch. I mean, even from, again, the X's and O's standpoint, this is an outstanding fight because they both have A+ in every box. And it's just, yeah. I honestly think that
we can't just say a guy got all these tools in a toolbox if we haven't seen it, though, Shawn Porter. I think Shawn Porter just being very nice. He's being very nice. He don't want that Spence hive to come after him, in my opinion. Like, come on, bro. You saying he got all these tools, but we ain't seen them, though. Where they at, though?
to see probably 3 different strategies from both of them throughout the course of a 12-round fight, maybe even 4 or 5.
What?
So
And that's
plan
you could-
A.
Wow. Karate Body, what up? My man Shawn Porter said he gonna see 3 to what do you say, 2 or 3, maybe 4 or 5 different strategies for either guy throughout this fight, which is interesting because the last 2 days, shout out to Miss T and Boxing Fans Talk, we've been trying to get fans to call in and tell us what are the keys to victory for either guy. Give me the biggest mistakes. Give me game plan. What is plan B? What are the adjustments? And I've had people tell me, Spence ain't got to make no adjustments. I was like, he ain't got to make no adjustments? None. I was like, all right.
Never heard of it.
Like, all right. 0 adjustments. It sounds good in theory, but that's not how it works. Right, Abigail? Make it make sense.
Through D.
Hey, you can ask Breadman and you can ask Virgil. I mean, having 4 or 5 different game plans within one fight it's
too much, in my opinion. That's a lot.
It's probably impossible.
Thank you.
But I mean, both of these guys have to have all of that in order to win the fight.
Virgil, for you had to.
Karate Body said, "There's no way Spence has come all this way without using all these tools. That's foolish talk." What are all the tools? Yeah, what is he talking about? He was like, he got a lot of tools that we ain't even seen yet. All right.
Prepare.
I think we seen what he got. I don't think nobody's gonna go in there July 29th and become somebody we haven't seen before. It's gonna be this best version of Spence versus the best version of Terence Crawford, in my opinion. It's just, you're not gonna go in there overnight and turn Joe Frazier into Muhammad Ali, dog. Put a case on it. The hell is going on? You stop that. That's some dumb shit.
Hey, let me stop that shit. That's some dumb shit.
Respectfully, though.
Amir Khan for Terence Crawford back in April of 2019. What was your strategy like? And if you were Errol Spence, how would you prepare him? If you were Derek James, how would
Kashi, is that Kashi or Kashi? Is that Kashi? My man said, this nigga Errol got some supposedly mystery skill that's been holding back. Right.
you prepare Errol Spence to fight Terence Crawford on July 29th on Showtime pay-per-view?
Well, to be honest, the Canelo fight ruined Amir Khan.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That Canelo fight did ruin Amir Khan. And he shouldn't have took that fight, but I get it. It's big bread. And who knows, would the Canelo fight ruin Jermell Charlo? We shall see. Put a case on it. Don't like the matchup. Wish Jermell the best. Hopefully he can pull it off, but I don't like the matchup. Taylor Bell, what up? Shout out to TabTech, unlocksim.com. Unlock your next device today.
It took a lot out of him. He took 2 years off. He always had issues about being dedicated to the sport. So when he came to me,
damn, Virgil threw him under the bus. It's like he always had issues being dedicated. Virgil Hunter sound like that old uncle just gonna tell you the truth. You like, well, nigga, your breath stink. I don't care if it's your wedding day or not. You went up there and kissed that girl with some stank breath, nigga. And I'm just gonna tell you, I smell it right now. You need some Tic Tacs. Take the damn Tic Tacs, nigga. He just sound like the old uncle that's gonna tell you the truth. Let me rewind just about 10 seconds. Let's keep it going.
Amir Khan. It took a lot out of him. He took 2 years off. He always had issues about being dedicated to the sport. So when he came to me for that fight, it was just a matter of getting him in the best condition I could get him in because he wasn't in great condition. And
damn, he was like, he wasn't in great condition. He had difficulties being disciplined to the sport. He took 2 years off. His daddy won't shit. His mom won't shit. I tell him to his face. Yeah, yo. Damn, Virgil Hunter can't just cut him a little slack. Maybe not, though. Maybe he need to hear this. Whatever.
Try to get him to do what he did best, and that was box. It was just unfortunate that the Canelo fight took a lot out of him. And after that fight, he never was the same.
Do y'all agree? Do y'all agree with Virgil Hunter after the Canelo fight, Amir Khan wasn't the same? Do y'all agree? Someone say, shoot, you want the same after that Danny Garcia knockout, but who knows?
And that's not putting him down or anything. It was a fight that I was
told. Oh, you definitely put him down. You definitely put him down, dog.
Totally against, but it happened. So I knew he had a tough road ahead when he fought Terence Crawford. The decision was made, and we got him in the best shape that we could, get him in the best spot we could get him in. And my decision was to make the calls as the rounds went by to see if I can get him through the fight. And that was the plan.
Damn, sound like he was just focused on getting in shape. All right, shout out to Virgil Hunter.
As far as being in Derek's head, I don't know. I'm not in the gym with him. I know from what I see that Errol has a grind it out, go get you mentality. I don't think they're going to deviate from what works. It doesn't make sense to go against what works. I think in this fight, it's not the fighter that's what I'm going to do to you. I think the fighter that wins is the one that's not going to let the other do what he wants to do.
I like that.
And that's how I'd sum it up.
Kell, for you, what did you notice in the ring from both guys, and hearing both Shawn and Virgil talk? Is it a foregone conclusion to you that?
And the phone lines are open if you want to call in and voice your opinion about anything they saying, anything I'm saying, or your opinion on the fight in general.
We are going to get some toe-to-toe action at some point during the fight.
We're gonna get some toe-to-toe action. What I got from Errol Spence is a very big welterweight. He's obviously a natural southpaw. You know, he's big, he's strong, he goes to the body good. You know, his IQ is very good in that ring. The thing for me is inactivity. He's had at the recent time.
That's something I said too. That activity. When I say it, I'm the bad guy. Y'all hear from the champions and guys that faced them. You hear from the trainers. Anybody, I'm telling you, man, the Spence fans, they're gonna hate some of this interview because these guys are very well respected and they've been very transparent with their thoughts, feelings about this fight. And it's not all pro Spence. I'm gonna just keep it above. It's not all pro Spence. And they telling some of these dudes like, look, the inactivity matters. When I said, man, that's what y'all banking on. Y'all just banking on having ring rust. Man, ring rust is a real thing. They say it all the time. They've been saying it before Errol Spence was boxing, dog. They didn't just create it for Errol Spence. Inactivity is not a fighter's friend.
You know, I think that, you know, but like I say, you know, he's one of obviously Shawn, Errol, and Crawford, and Golovkin. I have to say the best I've been in with him. You know, they've got that
low-key karate body. I caught that too. A lot of these people picked him, whether it was directly or indirectly.
They've got that aura about him. They've got that, you know, they've got the X factor, you know, both fighters. But I think Terence Crawford, for me, he can box either style, orthodox, southpaw. You know, he's a very sharp shooter, he's a very good finisher. You know, I think the stronger guys, Errol Spence. But like I said, it's a small margin, you know, in this fight. It's going to come down to
410, you got the flow. Tell them your name, where you from.
Hey, it's Jerry. Mark, what's up, buddy?
Shout out to Jerry. Tell the people where you from, Jerry, for those who don't know.
Oh, they know I'm from BMO.
All right, talk to me, man. What you got for me?
You make a fair point when you say, you know, a tiger, you know, doesn't change the stripes. You're not going to, you know, take a fighter, make them something they're not overnight. However, you know, Spence, like a lot of, he's been fighting since he was a little kid. I have to believe that he knows how to box and he knows how to use combination punching and movement and things. He just doesn't like to fight that way, and nobody's been able to make him fight differently, really. Now, I'm not saying he's great at that. He's probably better at fighting the way that he likes to fight. But I think in this fight, if anyone needs to make a key adjustment, it's going to be Spence. He can't just plod forward. And I went back and watched his last fight with Ugas, and I watched Bud's last fight with what's his name. And one thing I got to say is both of these guys, they're not defensively irresponsible, but they both get hit. There's no question about that. Bud was getting hit in that fight against Avenetian, and I've seen him get hit before. But that's the good news, because that means they're probably going to give us a good fight worthy of the hype. However, Bud has shown that one-punch power. You know, he's shown a very sneaky power to put your lights right out. And watching Spence, and I've always favored Spence a little bit in this fight, But I'm wondering now, man, because watching him, if he fights the way he typically does, plodding forward and sometimes lunging, even with lead punches, he'll even sometimes lunge. And that I can see him getting caught, you know. Now, the only other caveat to that is Spence going to be probably a super middleweight when he gets in there that night. He's going to be big and strong. So the question is will Bud's power punches and his sniper attack, will they affect Errol the way that they have others? And if not, will Bud be able to do something about the pressure that he brings? You know, that's how I see it. But I think both fighters are capable of making adjustments, you know. But you make a good point. No one's going to change up entirely, because that's not realistic.
It's not realistic.
To think yeah,
you ain't gonna turn Joe Frazier to Muhammad Ali overnight, bro. Wilder ain't
Nope.
gonna turn. Wilder ain't gonna turn into Usyk in the training camp. I don't care who the coach is.
No, sir. But lastly, one other thing I wanted to say. I'm very disappointed about this Ortiz fight. That boy might as well just go ahead and retire, man. Because I don't know, his career has not been managed well with De La Hoya, and he's had to cancel this fight like 3 times in a row, and something wrong with him, and Stanionis has been sitting around waiting on him, man. I'm just disappointed. I thought that was going to be a real good crossroads fight. But anyway,
I appreciate
I'll be listening. I'll be in the chat. All right, Mark.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Good call.
Yeah, like Virgil Hunter said, we prepared the best. You know,
yeah, I did a video about that Virgil Ortiz situation earlier today. If y'all haven't seen it, go check it out and leave a comment and let me know what y'all think Virgil Ortiz should do. Should he move up in weight? Do y'all think he needs to retire? I gotta slightly disagree with Jerry a little bit, because all of the rescheduling of the fight is not Oscar De La Hoya's fault, and him not getting a title shot is not Oscar De La Hoya's fault. He was right there in position. He chose to go another route, chose to go the WBA route. And Stanionis wasn't sitting around either. Stanionis took step-aside money. He could have said, Ugas and Spence, no, I'm not taking no step-aside money. I want to fight. I want my shot. So it is what it is. Let's continue, though, with Kell Brook. Kell Brook giving his breakdown, and he was talking about the ring rust and things like that. Again, the phone number is on the screen and the bright yellow letters. You can call in at any time. All I ask is you try to keep your calls within, 2 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
But like I said, it's a small margin, in this fight. It's going to come down to, like Virgil Hunter said, who prepared the best, and who's going to go in there and do, like he's just pointed out, not let the other fighter do what he's come to do, and just being as, like Shawn said as well, they're going to need.
I get you. My bad, Jerry. I get it.
Every game plan to go into this fight. They need absolutely everything they've learned all the career, all the life in this fight, because this is the real test. Who number one is in the division.
Kell, are you concerned for Errol that he might have a little bit of ring rust because he hasn't been in the ring since April of last year, which would...
Duh. Yeah, you're going to have some ring rust. April of last year, they fighting July 29th, 469-day layoff.
Make it over a 15-month layoff that he's going to be in Connery coming up on Saturday, July 29th, when he matches up against Terence Crawford?
It is, yeah. I think him mentally he'll know that as well. He'll be questioning himself about at the time that he's not being active in a
Ride of the Storm. What up?
In a proper fight. So I think it's worrying, but time will tell. Time will tell. I think that Crawford's been his recent fight has been looking very well, and he's going to be confident going into this fight. But like we said, these are true champions, and we're going to see exactly what they've got in their arsenal, come this month.
Breadman, for you, if you were in the corner of Terence Crawford, if you were Brian McIntyre, Bomac, how would you attack Errol Spence, and what game plan would you create to be able to remain undefeated and upend Errol Spence?
It's a good question. Obviously, he's 39-0, so they've always come up with the right game plan. Crawford doesn't have a lot of chinks in his armor. The one thing that I would be concerned about in this fight that I was able to see Kell and Shawn do is For some reason, Terence is a little bit of a slow starter. For some reason, I don't know if it's a slow starter, but it takes him a little while to adjust. And in the beginning rounds of his fight with Kell, Brook, and Shawn Porter, they was able to get a lot of good work done. So I would be real conscious of that. Be real conscious of Terence remaining defensively responsible early in the fight, because that's I think he's a terrific fighter. He's one of the best fighters I've ever seen. But that's the one little thing about him early in fight. You could kind of like get to him before he kind of adjusts and makes his adjustments. And with Errol,
you can hit him. Anybody gonna get hit in a fight. Anybody can get hit. But ain't nobody sleeping this dude. Nobody sleeping this guy.
Errol is a little bit of a snowball fighter. You know, if he gets his rhythm and he's coming forward and he's walking down behind that hard southpaw jab, you know, it could. I'm not saying Terence can't adjust to Errol. I'm just saying that
these Spence fanatics gonna have so many complaints and so many things, including ring. I'm just saying, but it is a real thing. But they can't use that though, because to be fair, Spence always fighting off a ring rust. Always fighting off ring rust. Fought Ugas off a ring rust. Fought Danny off a car accident. Shawn Porter, probably, yeah. Like other than Shawn Porter, yeah, you gotta be having some rust.
Fighter like Errol, you don't want him to get his rhythm and start going downhill on you. So that would be, you know, sometimes you look at fighters and you become infatuated with their ability, and everybody's infatuated with Terence's ability to score these beautiful knockouts and hit guys with shots they don't see. But as a trainer, you look for a tendency that your fighter has of not so much a flaw, but, you know, things that he can work on. And that's the one thing that I would be worried about in this fight, of letting Errol get in his rhythm, establishing that hard southpaw jab and starting to go downhill. That would be
And another thing too, they could say he a slow starter. Bud doesn't come out there throwing. You don't know how hard he hit till later on in the fight. He even says he does that on purpose. He said his trainer always told him, well, one of his trainers, I don't know which one, but he said, hey, look, don't throw everything with power all the time, and let him know everything you got right away, because what we all know is the shock of the punch is often what knocks guys out. It's the shot you don't see. And they're going to talk about that as this interview goes on. It was like pop, 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 then bang, bang, bang. Like, oh shit, I didn't even know he hit that hard, you know?
First thing I will address if I was in Terence's corner. The other thing would be
330. Tell them your name. Where you from?
Yo, what's going on? Peace, Mark Nash. Peace to the whole neighborhood. This is that guy Eclipse 330, broadcasting live of Ohio. How's everybody feeling tonight, man? What's going on?
Talk to me. How are you?
Oh man, I'm great. I am just great. Go in. I'm tired of this narrative about Bud starting slow. Okay, all right. He tells you, he's been telling you for the past 6-7 fights, and anybody with eyes can see, he lures people into a false sense of confidence. Like you had said earlier, he switches up the speeds of his punches. He doesn't even let you feel even 75 to 80+% of his power until round 4 or 5, because he wants you to get that false sense of confidence where you stand in front of him saying, oh yeah, I'll take that jab. Yeah, I'll take that. Yeah, that's nothing. I'm gonna just trade shots with him. And look at the knockouts that you're playing on your clip right now. All these knockouts, the Bud knockouts, was when the fighter is feeling confident to start swinging with Bud, boom, just like that. And then he gets caught with some bullshit that he thought he could take that punch because he felt that punch, but it was coming at a different speed and a different velocity, you know what I'm saying, with different torque on it. And Bud is one of the best in the business at doing that. And I'm tired of boxing aficionados and these casual fans not recognizing that. Like, I mean, I'm not even a boxing guru like that. And I could see that. That was something I noticed early in Bud's career, which made me pay attention to him. Wow, he's really doing that on purpose. You feel me? Like, this is crazy. Like, I mean, at some point, we got to stop the narrative. And I do believe on July 29th, they're going to have to just come up with a whole new bag of excuses.
For sure. You got anything else? You got 30 on it.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? No, that's pretty much it. I will say that Virgil Hunter did put him down. He put him down. He put him down like a broke-legged horse. Kell, Brook, and everything. But I feel him. Hey, that's what he saw. You asked his opinion, and especially when black folks get to a certain age, we stop giving a damn. We just, if you don't want to hear it, don't ask me.
I know that's right. All right. Shout out to Clip.
Man, shout out to everybody.
All right, man. You want to plug and promote anything before I let you go?
Man, just everybody hit the like and subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? Go on and join that membership. Hey, Mark, you see my red bucket, man? I'm fly right now. You see me? I'm fly with the red bucket. I'm out. Peace.
My man. Salute.
Counteracting Earl's body punching. Earl hit you to the body all night long. And the other thing would be counteracting Earl's body punching. Earl hits you to the body all night long and kind of wears you out. And I've never seen, besides Shawn, nobody really go to Terrence's body all night long.
And how did that work out for Shawn Porter? Yo.
You never heard of it.
How did that work out? Ended up on the pavement twice. Yeah, you pay a price trying to get to his body. You're gonna pay a price trying to reach in there and get to that body.
If you notice, I notice small things. Terrence wears his trunks up kind of high.
Nigga, get off the gas. What? Come on, bro.
Hey, let me stop that shit. That's some dumb shit.
All right, whatever.
And I will be curious to see, how he can overcome Earl's grinding body shots. Earl hits you with a right hook to the body and a left from the southpaw stance. It's like a left uppercut, and he rinses and repeats it. He does it all night long.
I agree with that.
So
I agree.
I will be conscious to see that. And the third thing,
come on, Breadman, pass the mic.
I believe that Terrence is the puncher in this fight. Not so much that he punches harder than Shawn. Punches harder than Earl. I think he can hit you with shots that Earl doesn't hit guys. Where Earl kind of beats you down with his power, where Terrence hits you on the money with shots you don't even see. And I would have him punching with Earl. I know that Earl's a bigger guy.
He's gonna punch with Earl. That's what he do. That's what he gonna do. He gonna punch with him at some point in this fight. And that's gonna be the difference. Getting that timing down. Once you get that rhythm and get in the rhythm and you get a guy's timing down, yeah, man.
And I know that Earl is perceived to be stronger, but I would have Terrence punching with him. I think Terrence is really, really gifted where he can keep his eye on the target and punch with guys and land clean shots. I don't think he's the hardest puncher I've ever seen as far as one punch knockout, but
no, he's not. And even with the slow starter, like, look, I'm gonna tell you who's a fast starter. Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson is used to come out there bobbing and weaving, boom, boom, boom. He's a fast starter. Most people don't fight like that. A lot of people are quote unquote slow starters. That's why they call them fill out rounds. Y'all ever heard of that? Got a fill out round. With Terrence, they want to change the narrative though. It's not a fill out round for Terrence. No, he's a slow starter. Man, it's a narrative. Like Clips was saying, that's a narrative, and I got to put a case on it.
Has that ability to hit you while you're punching with a shot you don't see, and he doesn't have to load up on it. It's like a fast, snappy shot.
Man, come on, bro. That's what we've been saying. And it's the shot you don't see. Shout out to Lisa Bell. What up?
I think that his victory over Kell Brook is underrated.
Yeah,
I think Kell Brook was fighting a great.
Yo, I wish y'all could see Kell Brook face like, damn, don't bring that shit up. Kell Brook.
They hit you while you're punching with a shot you don't see, and he doesn't have to load up on it. It's like a fast, snappy shot. I think that his victory over Kell Brook is underrated. I think Kell Brook was
that nigga adjusted in his seat like
fighting a great fight.
Kell Brook was fighting a great fight. Kell Brook was fighting a great fight. I hear a lot of look, they try to have it both ways. They'll say, well, look what he was losing to Kell Brook. The fight ended in round 4. So he ends in round 4. Kell Brook, I can say arguably won round 1 and 2, right? Round 3, Crawford switches. Round 4, the fight is over. How you knock a guy out in the 4th round and they say that's a slow start? Like, he felt him out a little bit that first round, felt him out a little bit second round. I think he got cut probably in that second round too. I don't know if it was a jab, if it was when they was in the mix of it, but let's just say it was a hook, a jab, straight right, whatever, headbutt, whatever. He got cut. Fight was over round and a half later.
He was sharp. I thought he won the first 2 or 3 rounds. I got to look back on it, but I thought he was doing great.
Kell Brook was
Terence
doing great.
made an adjustment and threw a great punch while Kell was punching that Kell never saw. And, you know, people dismissed it and was like, well, Kell's a little old. No, Kell Brook was sharp that night. He was ready to fight, and he was doing really, really good. And I think that punch and that victory gets a little bit underrated, but that's Terence's career in a nutshell. He does things that, you know, that's so subtle that he probably doesn't get the full credit for him.
Exactly. Thank you, Breadman. That is his career in a nutshell. Sometimes you do sometimes it's so natural, it looks so easy that, yeah, man. And the fight just started looking different, and then it's over.
So to answer you, I would make sure that he got off to a more defensively responsible start, not let Errol touch his body, and I would have him punching with Errol because I think that he's the puncher in this fight in terms of being able to score that highlight film knockout.
At this time, right? Them fast starters be running out of gas. Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you how crazy people are with narratives. If you have a fill out round and you're Terence Crawford, they call you a slow starter, right? But on the flip side, those people that we call that start off fast, you know what some people call them? Front runners. He's a front runner. He start off real fast, but then he slows down. Front runners. When we start getting to the mid rounds, shit, once we start getting out of the amateur shit, where 3 rounds, round 4, 5, 6, they slow down just a little bit. The timing change, the power changes a little bit. Then we get to 7, 8, 9. Oh yeah, it start looking different. And round 10, 11, 12, they a whole different dude in there. Rounds 10, 11, 12, some of these dudes look like totally different people. Hugging all night, tired, no more footwork, and then they just leaning on the ropes. Totally different people. So it is what it is. Shout out to Logic. I see you, Postman. What up, though?
I'm going to turn it over to our PA extraordinaire, Andrew Roberts. I'm sure the media.
I don't know what.
Question's going to come from Andrew Jones with answer. We'll keep the focus on you guys. Andrew.
Well, it was going to go in the trade discussions, but do you believe that he will be able to stop Spence from coming forward with his power, or will Spence's power and at least—
This is where it really start getting good at now that people are asking questions. You're getting questions from this is really where it's about to turn up.
his shin be resistant to—
Good question. Let me take it back a little bit so y'all can hear it. The phone number on the screen too if you want to call in.
Do you believe that he will be able to stop Spence from coming forward with his power, or will Spence's power and at least his shin be resistant towards that, and he'll still keep on coming like Errol Spence does with his style? I asked that first to you, Virgil.
Good question. Let's go, Virgil.
This question's for me.
Yes.
You know, it's funny. I had a fortunate time to spend in the gym one day with Terence. He was down here visiting Andre, and he came to the gym. And one thing that I will say, that his physical strength is very underrated. I don't know if Shawn can attest to that.
Shout out to Virgil. That's what we all been hearing. This kid is built different, yo. He got that sneaky strength. Not strength, strength.
Kell could attest to that. The way he's built, genetically built, and the way he has stayed in the gym his whole career, he's never gotten out of condition.
That matters. When I say it, it's a bad thing. The man stayed in the gym. He stays in the gym. That's one thing we like. He said that's one thing I learned from Floyd, and I took from Floyd. Man, just stay in shape year round, so you ain't got to get in shape. A lot of people say it sound good when you say, hey man, you stay ready so you don't got to get ready. It sounds good in theory, but it's not easy to do. Somehow, some way, this kid stay in shape year round. That's probably why he doesn't get injured as much as other guys too. Where you just see he got a back injury or elbow, my rotator cuff, my shoulder, my knee, my hips. Like, you don't hear about those things.
Which brings the snap to his punch. I don't know if he remembers, but we padded a couple of rounds. And as Brad said, he was pretty much accurate. He has a real buggy whip snap to his punch. It's not hard, but you could feel a snap. It's like if you're in a towel fight and you swing the towel, you can go all night long. But if you snap it, you're going to back off and say, what's going on? And his physical strength, he
said, you towel fight, you can throw it all night. Somebody snap that towel at you, you be like,
What the hell is going on?
wrestler early on, and I've watched him tussle with big guys and get them down to the ground.
Yep.
So he's built from the feet up with his physical strength, not from the shoulders down. So I think he can generate a lot of power. The thing is, I like Errol and I like the way he fights, but at some point that grind down style.
Tell him the truth, Virgil. Virgil Hunter, don't hold nothing back. Tell the truth. Tell them the raw uncut, because they ain't gonna like it, but they need to hear this.
So I think he can generate a lot of power. The thing is, I like Errol and I like the way he fights.
Me too.
At some point, that grind down style, as you age, will slow up with you. So as B-Hop made 3 adjustments in his career. When he first started, he was the executioner. Then he was X, then he became the alien, and he fought into his 40s because he made these adjustments as time went by. Because physically, those grind out camps where you have to fight that style that Errol fights, you have to grind every single day. And
yep, you grinding like that in training. When you fight like that, you training like that. Grinding all the time, just grinding it out. Bang, 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 throwing damn near 100, trying to throw 100 punches type stuff. That stuff catch up with you. You slow down too. Let's rewind just a little bit.
Adjustments as time went by, because physically those grind out camps where you have to fight that style that Errol fights, you have to grind every single day. And as Kell attested, he's had a lot of gaps in his career. The car wreck, you have to take that into effect. I don't care what you do or what you look like, that does have an effect. Errol himself.
All right. Now, didn't I tell y'all that? He said, I don't care what he looked like, and that car accident
single day. And as Kell attested, he's had a lot of gaps in his career.
Yep.
The car wreck, you have to take that into effect. I don't care.
Inactivity, car accident.
What you do or what you look like, that does have an effect. Errol,
I don't care what your body look like. I don't care what you do. That has an effect. Errol even admits it. His fans won't.
Himself has admitted that he's had a lifestyle that wasn't always good.
The lifestyle wasn't always good.
The one thing about Errol Spence that I don't like about him is that sometimes he be drunk. I see him drink a little bit.
Oh yeah, and come to find out, we found out he ended up drinking a lot of bit. All right.
That does damage to the internal organs that's irreversible.
You can't get it back. You can't get that damage you do to your body back, man. We smoking bud, all right? No, we drinking Henny. That's what we doing. We drinking a half a gallon.
And we just have to see. I think that his determination and his drive is A+, and that's going to be the factor in the fight.
That's fucked up, Foodie. She said, we here to tie your skirt every time he talks. Yo!
Never heard of it.
Foodie.
What the hell is going on?
Let me stop that shit. That's some dumb shit.
That's some mean shit, Foodie. That's mean. But we do though. We hear that. That's squeaking, right?
I think again, it's who can stop the other guy from doing what he wants to do as opposed to me doing what I want to do.
Let me hear that last part again.
And that's going to be the factor in the fight. I think again,
he said that's going to be a factor. All of those things.
Organs that's irreversible. And we just have to see. I think that his determination and his drive is A+, and that's going to be the factor in the fight. I think again, it's who can stop the other guy from doing what he wants to do as opposed to me doing what I want to do.
Good shit.
All right. Thank you very much for that, Andrew. Our next question is going to come from Erica Fernandez with Sporting News. Erica, please unmute yourself and you can ask your question.
Go ahead, Erica. This public record, man. This is a journalist asking questions. Public record. Let's go.
Erica, can you hear us?
Unmute your mic. We'll come back to it then. You got to keep it.
Cam, please unmute yourself and you can ask your question.
Let's go.
We'll go to.
Appreciate your time and your perspective. My question is more so geared towards the fighters. Shawn and Kell, I'm sure you both studied immensely for your fights with Spence and Crawford, respectively. Was there anything that caught you by surprise with either fighter, like whether it was like the speed, the strength, the angles, or the punch variety that you saw from both fighters?
I'll go ahead and go first. And
I don't boxing. What up, man? I gave you a shout out earlier when I did the members only roll call. Rebel Life Boxing. What up?
And I'm definitely gonna paint this picture the correct way. When I fought Errol, going into that fight, I said I need everything to beat this guy. I can't leave anything at the gym. I can't leave anything at home. I had to take everything, and in order to beat this guy. And I think about 5 rounds went by, and just a simple move, a pull back counter, and I counter punched his jab with my jab, and he shook his head and he said something, and I thought to myself, "Oh, I got you."
Well, you didn't get him. You didn't pull off the win, but you did a damn good job.
And what I realized in that moment was he's not as smart, not as intellectually going to be in something. And I thought to myself, "Oh, I got you." And what I realized in that moment was he's not as smart, not as intellectually sound as I thought he was going to be. And that seemed to kind of carry through the entire fight. I felt like I was a step ahead of Errol the entire fight, all the way up until that knockdown moment. And that was surprising to me. I thought that Errol was going to be more intelligent in the ring. And I thought that simple pullback counter move, it's one thing to get hit with it, like, things happen, but for him to acknowledge it and show how frustrated he was in that moment, and then I started to see other moments of frustration as well.
Rookie mistakes, making those rookie mistakes.
When we talked about this fight years ago, I said, well, Terence the smarter fighter, he's gonna win this fight. But I think that ever since this accident that Errol has sustained, and I think that having to come back from that and having to just grow up and get rid of a lot of things in his life, I think that he's a smarter fighter now than he was when we fought in 2019.
I totally disagree. I see him still making a lot of those mistakes. He even admitted the Ugas thing. Yeah, my mouthpiece went out. I started looking for it because I didn't want people to see me without my teeth. That happened at the show. So what is Shawn Porter talking about? We saw that happen. And the Danny fight too. What is he talking about?
And I don't think that there's going to be any surprises for either guy in the ring. There weren't any surprises for me when I fought Terence. Everything that came to me was everything that I thought was coming and expected the whole 9. And I think that.
So you knew you was going to get beat up and get hit in the face like that. All right.
One little.
If that's true, Shawn Porter, you would have won the fight. Come on, Shawn. Get off the gas.
Little stain, for the sake of words, that Errol had back in the day, 2019, when we fought. I believe that stain is gone too. So I don't think either guy's going to be surprised at all.
All right, let's go, Kell.
I have to second that as well. When I got in with Terence Crawford,
yeah, the ring got cute, but even the ring got cute though, Boxing Scholar. He said making those mistakes, and he said focus. He said the key word focus, right? So I would say losing focus is when you start looking for your teeth in the middle of the fight. But you're more than welcome to call in and voice your opinion as well. The number's on the screen. If anybody want to call in, give me their take on this interview, what you heard so far, if you already seen it and heard everything. Also, if you just want to give me your take on the fight, more than welcome to call in. I just ask you keep the call under 2 minutes, and I'll put the 2-minute clock on the screen so we can stay focused.
I didn't expect him to be I knew we were going to be sharp, but I think just the way that he could switch in a fight so naturally, against obviously a world-class fighter and be so relaxed, orthodox and southpaw. And just the angles, what he was chucking his shots, are surprising. Very sharp puncher. He's not I don't want to say he's like Errol's Errol Spence is more grinding, more thumping kind of power. It is more sharp and snapping. Terence is, and surprising.
And he snapped your neck and surprised you. That's a fact, though.
That's what I take from them too. And he does get frustrated, Errol Spence. He does get frustrated.
He does get frustrated. I'm telling y'all, man, everything I've been saying for the last 2.5, 3 weeks, y'all are hearing 2 world champions and 2 trainers pretty much say it verbatim. You would think I sent him a transcript from the damn show. Nope, I didn't. I'm just telling you, I know what I know and I see what I see, and I'm telling you these things.
It never heard of
But you never heard of it. Y'all never heard of it, right? All right.
In the fight what we had, we're catching him with shots, he gets frustrated and he shows it, but like I said, we're talking about two A-star fighters, and it's like I say, it's going to come down to many things in this fight, and they're going to have to bring absolutely every part of their game to get the victory.
All right, thank you for that, Kell. And
question to you, and my question is to the fighters, Kell, Brook, and Shawn Porter. My first statement would be, Crawford has to do what to win, and then my second question would be, what does Errol Spence have to do if he wins? What will he do well if he wins this fight for both of them? So starting with one of you guys can take this first.
Go ahead, Kell.
I just think that me looking in, I'd say that but it's hard when we're talking about these levels of fighters. Looking as a fan looking in, you'd say that Errol Spence used to use his size, be calculated, go down to the body, calculated pressure, be the bigger guy in the fight, and dominate, from round one, and looking in again, I'd say that Crawford has to be a sharpshooter, just on the end of the shot, firing back over his shots and using the ring, sharp shooting like he does, picking the right shot at the right time, making Spence work when he don't want to work, and just being very clever and sharp shooting and getting the rounds and breaking him down, over the fight.
Let's go, Shawn.
I agree 100% with all of that. I think the calculated pressure from Errol has to be something that he sustains the entire night, that he continues to put on the pressure and the body punching. And I think the 2 things that Breadman said earlier, number one, if you're Terence Crawford, you got to get to Errol's body. You got to make him uncomfortable. Do things to him that he's not used to having been done to him. Going to the body is certainly one of them. And then the other thing that Breadman said, in between Errol Spence's punches, Errol has a really tight defense, keeps his hands up, he keeps his hands at home. If he's not punching, his hands are up. And that's something you can't say about a lot of fighters. And so with a guy like that, you have to find openings. Those openings are usually there when that punch is being released. And so like Breadman said, punch when he's punching. And then right there to what Kell said, be accurate, be that sharpshooter. And again, I mean, we're talking about a great fight because we're not saying nothing that either of these guys can't do.
Facts.
And so I think that's why this is such a great fight. I mean, you're talking about punching in between the gloves. All you guys on the call, you guys can attest that is it's hard to find the timing. It's hard to find the distance. It's hard to be confident to do it. Terence can do that. And then we're talking about all night pressure. We've seen Errol do that, so it's going to be a great fight.
All right.
To win the fights, do you look back? I think.
Let me run this.
Yeah, this the question for Kell and Shawn. If you were both to fight both Spence and Crawford again, what would you have done differently?
Good. Now listen to this. Now this is gonna be interesting. There's some smoke with this one. Oh man, I think Shawn. Is this the question? I think this might be the one where Shawn might have took a little thing. It might have something to do with Kenny Porter.
Win the fights. Do you look back? I think there was areas where you guys could have exploited them more, or what would you say to that?
I'm gonna go ahead and go first. My guy called me. We talked maybe like a week after the fight, and we just kind of, just talking about the fight and all this and that. And the call got quiet. I mean, still quiet. And it's like, I'm still like, a little hurt that I didn't get the win. It's dead quiet. And all of a sudden he goes, man, I wish you had went to the body more. And I was like, man, me too, man. That's the only thing I wish I had done. You got to get to Errol's body. That's the one thing I wish I had done more was go to his body. And then
everybody started nodding and smiling when he said that. Breadman, everybody.
With Terence, it was a moment, and that moment I wish had never come for me. So
wow, did you hear that? He said, I'm gonna go first, and he said, with Errol, I wish I would have went to the body. With Crawford, it was a moment, and I wish that moment had never come for me.
You got to get to Errol's body.
Not come from me, come for me.
The one thing I wish I had done more was go to his body. And then with Terence, it was a moment, and that moment I wish had never come for me. So
yeah, and we all know what that moment was.
I mean, when the guys get to certain levels, they believe they know what they're doing, and they don't necessarily take all the information. So, this is where we at with it, and I had to make that decision. It's an easy decision for me. It's easy.
That was the moment. That was the moment he wished didn't come for him. In my opinion.
I don't want to take the shine away from him, but obviously, mine's obviously preparation in lockdown, not having my main trainer with me, Dominic Ingle,
So he was, so he's saying it was COVID.
A trainer who was Spanish who couldn't really speak English. This was against Terence Crawford. Preparation in that fight were all wrong. And I think with, obviously Errol Spence fighting Golovkin and fighting at middleweight and then going on my holiday and eating like those fighters do. And then having Errol Spence as my mandatory and I've been coming back down to 147. As you know, I'm a huge 147 fighter back then. And, not getting the best out of myself in training and killing myself to make the weight and not being able to push on the second half of the fight with.
He said that weight bothered him. He was like, nah, the weight didn't bother Kell Brook. I was like, bro, he came down from 160 to 147 in less than a year with the eye injury. So what? All right. These guys are telling y'all the exact same thing I've been telling y'all for like last 3 weeks. You can't make this shit up.
Mine would come down to preparation and my lifestyle, but I don't want to take the light away from them two fighters.
Good job, Kell Brook.
All right, thank you for that question, Jonathan. Next up, Kendrick Johnson for
Breadman alluded to it almost spot on. I like
Johnson for MMA Weekly. Kendrick, if you could please unmute yourself, you can ask your question.
My questions for the whole panel. Breadman alluded to it almost spot on. I like you, Mr. Edwards. Nobody's talking about how slow that Terence gets off. You see either one of them because Errol got off slow against his last fight.
Ugas.
What's the Cuban guy? Yeah.
Ugas.
But do you see either fighter, if there is 3-1 after 4 rounds, either fighter getting caught? Because neither one of them got caught in their career in their great finishes. So you see either fighter, regardless of who come out fast or slow, once they get up by 2 rounds, losing that lead on the cards. So they're so talented.
Was that question for me or?
Yes, Stephen, Virgil. Why don't we start with the trainers on this one?
Virgil, you could go first. Go ahead.
I think that either fighter, either if they're down in the fight, has the ability to come back, even the fight, and even take the lead. I think
I didn't deny that. I know boxing. I know, but people was telling me that he was in the best shape when he fought Spence. He was in the best shape. That man just said I want him. He said, according to him, he wasn't in good shape for neither one of them. I didn't have my trainer for this one. But I was in good shape, but I didn't have my trainer. And the Spence fight, he said he wasn't in good shape, even though he had his trainer.
The first 4 rounds will determine how the rest of the fight is going to go. With a fight of that magnitude, you should be able to see the necessary adjustments being made or attempted to be made in the first 4 rounds. I think both men understand that they have to get the respect of the other real quick. I think the key to Terence is stopping Errol from what he wants to do is to hurt Errol And I think the key to Errol is to keep the grind. And if Crawford can't stop the grind, then I think he's going to have this momentum accelerated and make it very difficult for Crawford. Again, it's a fight that has so many ebbs and flows coming into it. It all depends on the camp, who you have in their sparring. Can the sparring partner duplicate the opponent as best as they could?
It's gonna be easy to find a sparring partner for Spence. Get you a southpaw who got pressure. That's it. Get you a whole bunch of southpaws in there. Get you one that can move, just in case Errol start moving too much. But basically, even if he do move, we already know Bud got a superior footwork. That's Errol saying it, not me. But definitely you need a pressure fighter, southpaw. But Terence Crawford, you need a guy that could go lefty. You need a right-handed guy in sparring partner. You better train for it. You better train for that conventional stance too. Think you just training for a southpaw. You might be surprised in there. You need a guy that can go forward, a guy that can go backward. You need a guy that can move. You need a counterpuncher in there too. You need a guy that can lead. Training camp get real expensive when you're training for Terence Bud Crawford. That's all I'm saying.
Of course, Errol is going to have orthodox and southpaw sparring in camp.
Facts.
Crawford really only has to have a grind out type of sparring partner. And then it comes down to the subtle things, the real subtle things. I think at some point game plans will be thrown out the window, and I think the instincts of the fighters will take over. Game plans a lot of times can be overrated. It could be down to one punch practice on in the gym, one strategy practice on in the gym. But usually when the fighter wins, the trainer gets the glory of having this superb game plan, especially if he wins convincingly. And if the fighter loses, we don't talk about the game plan. But I think at this level where they are, the experience that they've had over their careers, I think at some point, whatever game plan you had going on, at some point will go out the window and the instincts of the fighters will take over and they will instinctively adjust. Once they've been in the ring so long, you could have a game plan, but they're in that ring. So you have to watch what they're doing and follow what they're doing and follow that game plan, especially if it's successful. The only time I feel like a game plan is crucial is when your fighter is having a difficult time.
There you go. That's when you got to say, hey, look, man, this is the gym. Go back to the jab, step over with the right hand. Tell them to step over, throw the right hand. Man, you got to, hey, look, man, you ain't going to the body. We practice this, man, blah, blah, blah. You'll hear them saying all the time in the corner.
And then you have to come up with some sort of strategy to try.
Hey, look, and when all of that don't work, you give them the motivational speeches. Do this for your family, man. Come on, man, let your hands go. Throw your combinations. Like you'll start hearing that when nothing else ain't working.
To alleviate the issues that are going on into the ring.
Good answer, Virgil Hunter. Good answer.
You know, the way I look at it,
let's go, Stephen Breadman.
I think that it's more important for Errol to get a better start than it is for Terence. I think I'm gonna tell you why. I don't have a pick on this fight yet. I think it's a 50-50.
Hold up. Now, I hate when people tell me they don't have a pick for this fight. We've been talking about this fight for a long time. At some point, you giving somebody the edge, man. You giving somebody more the edge. I think a lot of people are afraid to be wrong, so they don't even want to tell people they picks. But that's my opinion.
Right. But it's one thing that I've noticed is that Terence can be in cruise control and not be going like all the way 100% full speed ahead and still get results. With the way Errol's style is, he's more of a grinder. He's not as a dynamic of a sharpshooter where he has to kind of like go a little bit harder to get results. So here's what I think about that. If Errol is going 100% full blast ahead, throwing 70, 80 punches around, and Terence is about, real smooth, picking his shots, not really throwing much hard. Because you watch Terence, he throws a lot of touch shots and then he hits you with the same shot.
Well, 100%.
He'll hit you with a shot at about 60% power, and then he'll come back with the same shot. It'll be like 100% power. And you're like, God damn, where'd that come from?
Right.
Because he'll just be touching you with stuff. Terence doesn't allow himself to be carried really fast. So if Errol is going 100 miles an hour and Terence is about 60, 70% real smooth and seeing everything, and let's say after 4 to 6 rounds, they're even or Terence is up, and Earl's going 100 miles an hour, Earl's in trouble. You know what I mean? So I think that it's better if Earl gets a faster start than with Terence, because Terence doesn't need a really good start to win the fight. Both guys are late round sharks, but Earl's style is more physically demanding. He doesn't.
Come on, man. He got to get that momentum going, like a locomotive. Terence, you can see he can not be always winning the fight in the first couple rounds, and then bang, bang, bang. He got your timing down, got your rhythm. You don't slow down. You don't hit him with your best shot already. You ain't felt this power all the way yet.
Have that lead back picking kind of style. So if he's down early and he's fighting 100 miles an hour, I feel like that he'll be in more trouble, because Terence has that gear where he could just switch it on and just turn it up. So if he's even with Earl and he's only fighting at about 60-70% energy output, and then he turns it up, you know, Earl will have a big problem. So that's the one thing that I've seen in both fighters, is that Earl kind of goes harder, where Terence is kind of more smoother and he picks his spot, and his energy levels goes up and down depending on what's going on in the fight. If you watch the Porter fight, I told Shawn this, I thought Shawn was doing great. I thought he was outboxing Terence for large spots, to be honest. And then somebody said to Terence outside the ring, was like, yo, you losing. He was like, what? And then he just turned it up to another level. It was weird.
And it was over.
You know, I'm not saying Earl doesn't have that gear. I'm not saying that. But Earl's gear is more like, you know, where Terence is kind of like, oh, I'm right here. Okay, let's see if you can go up here. So I think that is a little bit more important for Earl to get a better.
Ball Out Fire mixtape. Ball Out Mixtape Fire. What up? City Slick, I see you.
Start from what I've observed from both guys.
All right, perfect. Thank you both, Virgil.
Fight against Errol Spence like that.
Hold on, rewind a little bit.
Be able to be that comfortable. I want to piggyback off of what Breadman just said, because if Terence is able to fight against Errol Spence like that, be able to be that comfortable and manage his energy the way that it's just been described by Breadman there, we got to start talking about Terence Crawford in the same breath with Manny Pacquiao, in the same breath with Andre Ward, in the same breath as Floyd Mayweather, because those are three fighters who have been great in every single fight that they've had in their own way, and have been able to do it without anybody being able to disrupt who they are. Obviously, we've seen some disruption in Manny's career, but Manny's still virtually amazing at a lot of points in his career. My thing with this fight is, and it's something that you cannot measure. You can't measure another fighter's energy. You can't measure another fighter's mentality through the fight. That was another difference that I saw in my fight with Terence. Terence never got uncomfortable, and Terence never showed me that he that there was anything unsettling within his heart and his mind throughout the fight. And I pride myself on making fighters uncomfortable. Never once did I see Terence uncomfortable. When I went back and just analyzed the fight in my head and things like that, I didn't apply the kind of pressure that Errol was going to apply. I didn't apply that straight in your face mentality that I usually fought with, and I thought that may have been a reason why I didn't see Terence get uncomfortable. If Terence does not get uncomfortable against Errol Spence Jr., he's going to beat Errol Spence Jr., and we will have to talk about Terence Crawford the same way we talk about Andre Ward, the same way we talk about Floyd Mayweather, and in the same way we've talked about Mr. Manny Pacquiao.
And you will. You will. Let me ask y'all this. Terence Crawford go in here and pull this off. Goes in here and beats Errol Spence. Let's say he stop him. Oh, okay. I got him stopping him, but let's pretend go to the distance, he beats him. Where would you have Terence Crawford ranked all time as an all-time great? Where would you have him at? Top 20, top 5, top 10? Like if he's able to become a three-division champion, two-time undisputed champion in the four-belt era, something nobody's done so far in the four-belt era, where would y'all have him ranked at? And then to beat this guy out of all people, like he's not going there becoming undisputed, beating a Karen Kukajan. No disrespect to him. He's not getting undisputed Who did Inoue beat? Inoue beat to be undisputed. He beat Baker or somebody like that. Paul. Who did he beat? I think Baker. That's not it. This ain't that. Sorry, and I like Castaño, but this ain't Castaño with his one belt. This is Errol, the eye collector, the bone collector. He goes in there and beat this guy. What do y'all have Terence Crawford at all time? Okay, I see somebody say top 5 dead or alive, but he will be the best fighter alive. I know Boxing said top 5, top 10. Yeah, it's hard to crack that, bro. It's hard to crack that top 5 and top 10 for most people because, I mean, look who's up there. Ali, Sugar Ray Leonard, Sugar Ray Robinson. You got Manny Pacquiao up there for a lot of people. Oscar's in people's top 10. George Foreman, Mike Tyson, Roy Jones, Wilfred Benitez, Hagler, Hearns. There's so many people. 202, what it do? What's your name? Where you from, family?
What's up, bro? Came from DC.
Came from DC. Talk to me. What's on your mind?
Yeah, it's a couple things. I listened to the interview, right? And one thing they didn't mention was the corner work. You know, like their trainers talking about Bomac and trainer of the year. You know what I mean? So how they going to work?
They did mention
out
trainers, though. They did. We actually just played that clip, and Virgil Hunter talked about it. He said at some point
they didn't go.
At some point, he said
they ain't go deep into it though.
Yeah. But he did. The question was about coaching, and he did say, "Hey, look, at some point, the coaching is going to go out the window, and these guys are going to be fighting off instincts." And then he talked about the job of the coach is to help. You know, he said if the game plan worked, the coach get the credit. If it don't work, don't nobody even talk about the game plan. He was like, but he said your job as the trainer is to give them a lot of times advice when things aren't going well. But they did talk about coaching though. Just want to be fair.
I just didn't think they went deep into it. Yeah, I didn't think they went deep. Degree of how Bomac is more of a rah-rah. I mean, I've never really seen Bomac like in the corner like, hey, do this, do this, do this, do this. Don't do this. You know what I mean? I just never seen it. But that's just me.
I've seen it.
And the other thing, you've seen it?
Absolutely.
And what fight?
It might have been the first one was the one of off top of the head. I remember him telling, what's the fight? What's the kid who they say dropped him the green Mean Machine, right? He was like, Bud, keep your hands up, keep your hands up. He was like, look out for that right. That's his savior right there. That's gonna be his savior. He talked to him about he told him, I've heard him tell him. I've heard him tell him different things in different fights. But you got to get back on your jab.
I just never seen him go that deep as Derrick James would go. Derrick James goes a little deeper. You know what I mean? He's more intricate in as far as the work rate and what you're doing and how to work this and how to change this and how to change the game in the middle of a fight. So that's just my purview in reference to that.
What about Terrence's other two trainers? Do you see them give him advice?
Who was that? Oh, I can't remember his name. The Spanish dude.
Yeah, the Spanish dude and the other black guy. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never really seen them give him no, because they always, if you ever listen to commentary on Terence Crawford, it's always he is the one that makes the adjustment. It's not that his corner's doing the adjustments or anyone's doing the adjustments. It's him. Whenever you listen to other scenarios or other people talking about this fight or even his past fight, they're always talking about, hey, he's going to make the adjustment. Instead of Errol, they say Errol make the adjustments, but he has a corner that solidifies his adjustment. That's why he got trainer of the year.
Okay, good shit.
And one more thing.
I think he got trainer of the year because he had
one more thing.
2 champions with damn near all the belts. That matters too, right? You got a undisputed,
yeah, that
and a
also
3-belt
matters.
unified. Yeah,
and now he got more people in the gym with belts or past belts. You know what I mean? That's trying to build them. So he's just building his table. And he also said, "Look, I'm stopping at 5. That's all I want. That's all I need. I ain't doing no more." And he got that all off the strength of Errol Spence.
And he said
he got all those people off the strength of Errol Spence.
He actually said, "I'm gonna retire when my guys retire too." Did you hear that?
I think I heard something similar to that, but not exactly that. But I know he said, "Look, I'm dealing with these 5 fighters. I ain't dealing with nobody else," and that's pretty much it. So my last thing was,
Kane, you
I'm
running out.
also
Kane,
tired
you well
of
over your
these.
2 minute. You well
I
over
know,
your 2
I know.
minutes.
I
You
just got
30
one.
seconds.
I just got one. I'm tired of these Bammers out here, man, doing these predictions, and they not predicting nothing. Like, y'all had all this time. Y'all keep saying it's been 5 years, 4 years, 3 years. You mean to tell me you can't say one person gonna win? Or one person has the edge? I'm tired of these Bammers,
Me too,
man.
bro. I agree with you, Kane.
I want to hear that.
Yeah, I'm
I
tired
don't
of
want
that.
to hear
So
that
that's
shit.
all I got.
Yeah, I just said that earlier, Kane.
Yeah, I'm
Appreciate
tired of
it.
that.
I was
It's
like, hold
3
on.
weeks. I know that.
I was like,
3
how
weeks
you ain't got
out
no
and
pick
they
at
ain't
this
even-
point?
You ain't got no prediction? Yeah, it's 50-50. It's 50-50. No, fuck you. It's not a 50-50. Somebody's going to win.
Yes, man. And who do you think
It's not
is going to
gonna be a
win?
draw.
I think people don't want to be
Right,
wrong,
so
or
just
they
say
don't want,
it and let
or they
it
don't.
go. No
Oh,
one-
look, but look,
no-
people don't want
no
nobody to
one's
think they're
gonna
going
hold them
against.
to it.
Yes, they do. People get mad when you pick somebody. Remember, Errol Spence never forgave Sugar Ray Leonard, man, for saying he thought Mikey was going to win. Remember that?
Well, that's why he boxed. That's why he boxed him. That's why he was like, I didn't try and knock him out to the late rounds. He said, I should have knocked him out, but I wanted to prove people wrong. So he do remember, but that was just a personal thing. That was between him and Errol Spence. It wasn't like the rest of the world was like, dag, Sugar Ray. What kind of pick was that? It's not like that. Nobody was tweeting about it. That was just Errol Spence saying, look, I was proving you wrong. So that's all I had, bro. Thanks.
All right, shout out to
Appreciate it.
Kane. All right. Shout out to Kane from DC. I got to disagree with Kane from DC. Kane, according to Kane from DC, the Spanish dude and the black dude in the corner, nor Bomet, gives Terence any advice. He said, I ain't never seen nobody give Terence no advice. Now, y'all think that's what's happening in this corner, man? Y'all literally, y'all, am I insane? Or is Kane tripping, yo? I see people giving him advice all the time. I see Coach Red telling them things. Man, I see people telling this guy stuff all the time, man. I don't know what Kane is talking about.
Well,
according to him, Terence Crawford just paid these 3 dudes for nothing. They just come stand in the court and get paid. Like, I don't need your help. Come on, Kane. Kane is tripping. He was like, yeah, I was hearing talking points that I might have heard some other places on these YouTube streets, but that's neither here nor there. That sound like some YouTube daddy narratives, Kane. I'm sorry, respectfully, dog. I gotta put a case on you. The Spanish dude and the black dude. People act like it ain't other coaches in that corner, man. I get it. Y'all might not like Bomet, but they did tell. I remember that interview. They might have been doing the side one, and they was like, "Hey, Bomet, when is he gonna switch? When you tell him to switch?" Man, y'all think he supposed to tell y'all right down here? He's like, whenever he ready, whenever he feels it, he gonna switch. He'll do what he got to do, or he might stay there. Or he got to get in rhythm. We trying to get him in rhythm right now. All right, man. I definitely hear them telling Terence about. You can see, and if you can't hear it, you can see the guys, like, you can see them talking to him. What y'all think they talking about? The weather, nigga? Hey, man, so after this fight, man, you want to go grab some wings or something? You know what I'm saying? Go kick it, watch a movie, man. What the family doing, man? What y'all got going on after this? Man, they talking about the fight, and they telling the man, hey, look out for this. This is what he's trying to do right here. They telling them things. My man said, Terence Crawford paid 3 dudes for nothing. I'll let you tell it. Come on, Kane. Kane.
Never heard of it.
Let me give you the Derrick James drop.
Hey, let me stop that shit. That's some dumb shit.
That's some dumb shit right there, Kane. With all due respect. I'm not saying you dumb, but I would think it's totally dumb for Terence Crawford to pay these 3 men for nothing, according to you. They get paid for nothing. They don't give him no advice. He just do it all by himself. He the Bill Russell of boxing. Player and coach. Calling on the plays. Hey, look, this the play. Pass the ball to me. He Bill Russell of boxing. Come on, bro. Put a case. Kane, what the hell is going on?
What the hell is going on?
All right, let's keep it moving.
All right, perfect. Thank you, Shawn. We got time for a couple more here. Our next question is going to come from James Bell with the Boxing Source. James, if you could unmute yourself, please ask your question.
Go ahead, James.
All right, thanks, Andrew. This
welcome.
question is for the panel, but it goes off of what Shawn Porter told Ray Flores earlier in reference to Errol Spence, and that, you know, even though he has like a come forward style, it seems like a number of people kind of underestimate his overall abilities and what he's done in the past as an amateur, and, you know, having that type of boxing ability.
I do remember Errol saying he did try to get him out of there, but he didn't make weight the right way. It was like, yeah, he had to go through a fight camp down there for the Mikey Garcia shit. Come on, man. She said, Food Revolution said they are afraid because these boxers can be emotional and they don't want to be excluded. Absolutely. You might not even get a chance to work with somebody. You might want to work with them later. Like, nah, you picked against me over there. Or nah, I don't want to work with you, or get one of your fighters a chance to win a paycheck. Like, nah, you ain't fighting one of his fighters. That nigga was hating on me. Yeah, it's already a small circle anyway. You don't want to make it even smaller for yourself. But
I think that could be a factor here in this particular fight, given that Terence Crawford is a multi-talented fighter, and that, you know, Errol Spence may have to bring that out of him instead of, you know, just having that come forward style.
Who goes first? Start it off.
What was the question?
May have to bring that out of him instead of, you know, just having that come forward style.
Okay.
Who goes first?
918. What's your name? Where you from, family?
What up, bro? I'm from the state of Kansas, bro. 620. My name is Samuel.
Samuel from Kansas. Talk to me.
Look, bro, check it, man. I got respect for both of these fighters. I got plenty of respect for both of these fighters, but I got an issue with the fan bases. You know what I'm saying? Like the thing is, bro, with what I don't hear from the Crawford fans and what I do hear from the Spence fans is a campaign about his resume not being good enough to compete with fucking Errol Spence, which is complete bullshit, bro.
Go for it. I'm listening. Let me start the clock for you to get your bars off.
All right, bro.
Go ahead.
All right,
talking.
bro. Like I said, I started this shit off by saying I got respect for both fighters, bro. I think the Spence fan base, bro, is so silly, bro, because they do a whole campaign on Crawford ain't fought nobody. But Crawford is far more fucking
accomplished.
Got way bigger resume, bro. Way bigger resume. 135, 140, and 147. This man, his first fight at 147 was against a champion. The guy that beat Manny Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? His first fight was fighting a guy who could have easily made 154. His very first fight was a guy who could have easily made 54. He beat the shit out of him. He beat Errol Spence's best two opponents, Shawn Porter and Kell. He beat them in better fashion. And that's just the tip of the iceberg, bro. He flew through 135, became a two-belt world champion, went to 140, became undisputed. His first fight at 147, he fights a guy who could have easily made 154, beats the shit out of him. Like I said, that dude beat Manny Pacquiao, by the way. Then he goes on to, dude, Crawford has more knockouts at 147 than he has in the lower weight classes. And we're going to sit here and let the Errol Spence fan base get away with talking about he ain't a real welterweight and he ain't fought nobody. Bruh, it can make sense, bro.
I can't make it make sense, bro. The guy is who he is. And this is Errol Spence. This is going to be Errol Spence's biggest fight for a reason. And his biggest payday.
Yeah. And credit to Errol Spence. He's doing good he's doing good at being at 147, the same weight class his whole career. But you know what? All these interviews, bro, all these pro fighters, all these experts, it is so hard for them to genuinely be like, Errol Spence is the better fighter. Vegas got Crawford. The experts got Crawford. And the guys that like being on the fence, if you really listen close,
yeah,
they talking Crawford too.
Yeah.
So what are we playing with, bro?
Oh no, see, it's only people on. Hey Sam, before I let you go, I gotta say this. It's only people on YouTube that they YouTube daddy. That's my term. I coined that phrase. The YouTube daddies tell them what to think. They tell them their talking points. They go through and they listen to what daddy tell them, and they be sitting there cheering them on. Get him, daddy. Here's a super chat. Here's a super chat. Facts. All facts. Get him, daddy. And then it start going to a crazy racial way with it, where there's black folks talking about this black guy, but they supposed to be pro-black. I'm telling you, man, it's sick out here. It's wild. But notice the people in the business of boxing, they don't say that about Crawford. They don't say he ain't fought nobody.
And
they
you're
don't say he ain't skilled. They don't call him. The new thing on the internet is he's not a switch hitter. But only people on YouTube say that. Nobody in the pros say that. So sometimes you just gotta disconnect from the noise and come over here and watch somebody who can do this talk for real, man. Come over and rock with the real one.
Yeah, and man, your channel's great, bro. And if you pick up what I'm putting down, I'm breaking narratives. That's all I'm doing, bro.
I appreciate
Let's
it,
be realistic.
Thanks
Crawford is a certified welterweight. He has 100% either TKO or knockout ratio at welterweight. He beat Errol Spence's best opponents better than Spence. And they actually want to play games like, oh, he fought him later. It don't matter, bro. The fact is, Crawford be taking care of business, man. So just do me a favor, Spence fan base. Stand on your guy, believe in your guy, but quit playing games with the resume talk, bro. Because one guy is already a Hall of Famer.
Absolutely.
Holla.
Appreciate it. Hey, yeah, like I say, man, ride for your guy, but don't ride the dick now. Don't be dick riding now.
I think Errol is a real good
Can't
boxer.
do no dick riding, homie. Keep it a buck, because even that right there, where it was like TKO or KO, bro, it ain't no different column for it. It ain't no column for TKO. That's another thing with Terence Crawford. He don't have no KOs. He got a lot of TKOs. I was like, okay, if he quit on the stool, or the referee say leave him alone, or the trainer throw in the towel, or his daddy throw. They always say his daddy threw in the towel. He didn't stop Shawn Porter. I was like, yo, his dad is his trainer. Y'all like his dad got out the audience and walked up there and stopped the fight. Nah, man. It is what it is. But with Ugas, he the bone collector. I was like, well, the doctor stopped the fight with Ugas, right? He never even went down. Okay. We call that checkmate. Whatever, though.
I just think he boxes going forward. And when the guy boxes going forward, then they don't really get the same
a little bit. They have to bring that out of them instead of, just having that come forward style.
Who goes first?
Start it off.
I think Errol is a real good boxer. I just think he boxes going forward. And when the guy boxes going forward, then they don't really get the same accolades as the guy that's doing a lot of smooth moves and like a Pernell Whitaker or like a Floyd Mayweather, or even Shakur Stevenson. I think Errol, people use the word basic as an insult, but it's not an insult. It's a compliment. He's not fancy. He doesn't show a lot of fancy moves. He doesn't do a lot to avoid punches, but that doesn't mean he's not boxing. He's just boxing, and he keeps it simple. His jab, straight left hand, right hook, step here, step there, keeps his hands up. He's kind of the same ilk of a Marvin Hagler, of a Winky Wright. And those kind of guys, they well-rounded fighters. And, I know this is a 50-50 fight, but more people that I know is picking Terence than picking Errol. And I think the reason why is because you could see Terence's gifts more obviously than you could see Errol's. And again, I don't have a pick on the fight, but a lot of times the well-rounded fighter, he has to be put in with
he keeps saying that, and I don't have a pick on the fight. Man, he got a pick on the fight.
The dynamic fighter to get his full props as far as historically. Because if you just picking them with your eyeballs, you usually pick the guy that's more aesthetically pleasing. But if you look back, right, well-rounded guy, B-Hop. Felix Trinidad is a dynamic guy. So when they fight, nobody remembers this, but I know B-Hop was a 6-1 underdog. because Tito Trinidad was more dynamic, the knockouts and things like that. So you didn't really get a chance to know how good the well-rounded guy was until he went up against him. Look at Winky Wright and Shane Mosley.
Good point.
Shane Mosley is the dynamic guy, but when he fight Winky Wright with the basic fundamentals, he was able to beat him. But if you look at those two guys on paper, or if you're in the hit and pass,
Winky Wright was very defensive. Like, you had to see Winky Wright to know how good he was.
That's with him. And you in the gym, you look at Shane Mosley as the more talented, more dynamic fighter. And I could go through our history. Marvin Hagler, I know that's one of Shawn's favorite.
That southpaw, that range, and that Winky Wright just used to walk people down behind that jab, that southpaw jab with the high guard. Yeah, Winky Wright was good, man. And he was relentless. He threw a lot of punches too.
Fighters, if you look at him and Hearns,
jab.
Hearns got the whippy jab, the big right hand, the reach and the power. But when they meet each other in the ring, the dynamic, the more well-rounded guy won the fight. So I think that with Errol, I
don't know if Hagler was the more quote unquote well-rounded, but he was relentless very early on, and he never let Hearns get going with that jab. Like, nah, this ain't no boxing match, bro. We fighting tonight.
Does box well. I just think that he doesn't box in a fancy way.
And I don't see Errol going in there trying to bulldoze Errol going in there trying to bulldoze Terence Crawford on some Hagler Hearns, like, forget the jab. I'm coming in here throwing hooks right now. Let's go. I don't see that. Not that guy. Not the Olympian. He's gonna be smarter than that.
That kind of gets the media and the fans to kind of, be enamored with his style. His gifts don't show like that. Verge got a well-rounded guy in Andre Ward, and Ward didn't really get the props that a lot of gold medalists got. He didn't start getting the props that he deserved till after the Super 6, because the things he does are so subtle and it's well-rounded, and it's not like the dynamics in one area where it's a big one-punch knockout, or like give you the Roy Jones look or Tommy Hearns look. So those kind of guys, it takes them a little bit longer to get appreciated. So that's one of the reasons why I think this is a 50-50 fight, because Errol, he does things in a subtle way. Like for example, the Mikey Garcia fight, Errol just basically jabbed Mikey Garcia and took a half a step back and just fought a conservative fight and literally won every round. It was like a complete shutout, but he got criticism for it because he didn't knock the smaller man out, but he totally undressed him and outboxed him. So he does have that in his game, and it could show up the night of the fight. Sometimes those guys need that special opponent in front of them to bring out what they really are, because they don't really show all of their stuff against the lesser guys.
All right, thank you. Oh, sure, go ahead, Virgil.
I think another factor that has to be taken under consideration is the climate that the fighters are training in. I know Errol is down there in that hot, humid heat, and I don't know how.
This is interesting. Shout out to Virgil Hunter for bringing up the climate.
He's holding up to it, but then he's going to be moving to Vegas, I believe, 3 weeks out, going into dry, hot heat. So I think the week of the fight, as they make weight, you don't really know how much that has taken out of you until you start making and cutting weight and how you cut the weight. I know that Crawford is in a cooler environment up in the Colorado high altitudes, but he plans to come down 3 weeks before. So he has one heat factor to adjust to. I don't know how hard it is for him to make weight, but I think the last week will be very telling on how the fighters perform that night, particularly making weight in an environment that they trained in. I think you have to take that under consideration.
All right, perfect. Thank you, Virgil. Thank you for that question, James. Our last question for today from the media.
Damn. Y'all think the climate that they train in is going to be a factor? Y'all let me know in the chat. Shout out to Latavia. What up, sister? How you doing? Y'all think the climate is going to be a factor? So if Errol's going out there 3 weeks before, that means Errol's going out there, what, next week or this week? Let me see the calendar. Let me see. Calendar. Because the last week of the fight, they don't do nothing, really, right? So Errol should be, what's this? This is Friday. The fight is 1, 2, 3 weeks away. 1, 2, 3 weeks away. Okay, so yeah, he might start there next week then. Do 2 weeks there. Do the last 2 weeks there. Okay.
It's more for the trainers. When a fight of this magnitude is made, how important is the mental preparation of the fighters so that they can cope with the size of the occasion? Because this is the biggest fight of both men's careers, and it's one of these fights that's, you know, everybody in the sport's talking about. And do you think this could play a factor in the fight?
Good question.
Go ahead, Brad.
Let's hear that question again.
Is the mental preparation of the fighters so that they can cope with the size of the occasion? Because this is the biggest fight of both men's careers, and it's one of these fights that's, you know, everybody in the sport's talking about. And do you think this could play a factor in the fight?
Go ahead, Brad.
I think that both guys have what it takes mentally. I've been watching, I probably have seen maybe 25 of Errol Spence's fights. You know, he's with PBC, so you get to see him. And I've probably seen at least 20 of Terence Crawford's fights. And I think that both guys have what it takes to keep up in the ante, to keep, you know, dealing with the moment, because it is a moment, you know, and as Shawn and Kell can attest, you know, those bright lights can do something to you, you know, but I think that both guys have that composed, mature way about them in the ring and what they do. I think that both of them will be okay from that aspect. I think that a lot of this fight is going to come down to determination.
Yeah, it's going to be a war of attrition. And yeah, both of these guys been in front of the bright lights, the big, both of these guys have big fights before. This is another day of the office for these guys. I don't think neither one of these guys are going to shrink because of the moment. No, it's gonna be an Errol Spence fought at Dallas Stadium. What almost 40,000 people there. So he's gonna be all right at T-Mobile Arena. Terence Crawford has fought at Madison Square Garden. He's fought in Vegas before. He's fought everywhere, right? So he should be all right too.
Who's actually willing to go there? You know, as there's a dark place that sometimes you got to go when the guy is as good as you are, and I think it's probably going to come down to that. But I don't see either one of them choking up under the bright lights. You know, Terence, if you look at his first defense of his lightweight title was against Gamboa. The crowd was rocking. He was just fine. You know, Errol, they sent Errol over there to fight Kell Brook in the UK with the raucous crowd, and, you know, he was just fine.
Yep.
Both guys seem to, you know, have that clutch gene where they're okay under the bright lights, you know. I don't think that that's going to be a factor. I don't think we're dealing with mentally weak fighters that give. Every time I've seen one of their backs up against the wall, they up the ante and they raise the stakes. And I think we're going to see this. I think with their personalities and their style, I don't really go crazy over a lot of big fight announcements because sometimes the styles don't always mesh. I think that this fight, it might start out a little bit slow where both guys are trying to pick their spots, but with their personality, I think once they start cooking, we're going to see something special. You know, for the purists, you know, the casuals, they may say, oh, it's not enough action. But for the purists, I think we're going to see some great stuff from both guys. I think we're going to see a classic. This is one fight. Everybody can't do this, but this is one fight that I wish was 15 rounds because I think both of these guys are 15-round fighters and would have flourished in a 15-round era. If you look at Leonard and Hearns, Leonard is my favorite fighter, and that's my favorite fight. But the first 4 or 5 rounds, it really wasn't much action.
I like Breadman, but it's a lot of talk for somebody who ain't got no pick. Come on, man. I got to put a case on you, Birdman.
You never heard of it.
Got all this talk, but ain't got no pick. Come on, fam.
But what was happening is they was settling for the storm. You know, that was like a tale of two fights. I see Kell shaking his head. He probably watched that fight. But then as the fight went on around the 6th or 7th round, Leonard upped the stakes, Hearns upped the stakes, Leonard upped the stakes. Then he had a 14-round classic, you know, and I wish that this fight was 15 rounds because I think both of these guys are that kind of fight. I don't know if we're going to get a chance to see enough in 12 rounds. They may have to do it again because both of these guys are going to keep going up.
I don't know about that, Birdman. I called him Birdman. Put a case on me. I don't know about that, fam. Shout out to my guy, AJ. What up, family? How you feel? Tone Dev said, this is going to be in front of all the greats. But Bud doing this for his mama birthday on that day. Absolutely. Oh man, you know he gonna do it for his mama. Gonna do it for his mama birthday. He ain't going out like that, right? All right, we shall see. Play some more of this interview. And the phone line is open. The number's on the screen, 404-692-1766. 404-692-1766. I got a little bit left of this, and we can move forward.
I couldn't put it any better. I concur with Bread. There's nothing to even top that off.
All right. Well, thank you, Virgil. You back for that last question. Thank you to all the media that joined us today, and of course to Shawn, Kell, Virgil, and Stephen for taking the time. With that, I'll turn it back over to Ray to close things out for us.
All right, cool.
Before I get ready to let these guys go, Spence Jr., Terence, Bud Crawford, got out.
I don't know who's gonna win this fight.
We're gonna get a prediction. Let's get these predictions. Go ahead, Shawn.
Shawn, you're muted. If you could please.
My apologies. I don't have a pick. I don't know who's gonna win this fight. I think that
Boo! I don't have a pick. I can't stand these. What's up, Camp? I can't stand these on the fence type things, man. No, you got to have a pick at this point. Okay. Maybe they need to see him on the scale first. I get that. Some people don't like to make their picks until they see him on the scale. That's how I am most of the time. I really don't like to make my picks until I see him on the scale, but not this one. I had my pick last April when I saw that Ugas fight. Actually, I had my pick long before that. As soon as I heard Terence Crawford was coming to the welterweight division, I said, he's going to beat all these guys. He's going to beat all of these dudes. And sure enough, he's going to beat the quote-unquote top dog, so this should be dope. Shout out to Young Shotty Guwap. All right, I appreciate you, man.
It's just, to me, this is what boxing truly is right here. Both guys have basically everything needed to win this fight, from the power to the speed, everything. There's really no one you can't. I truly don't think anyone can look at this fight and say that guy's gonna win because that. There's no one way that it happens. There's so many outcomes, possibilities of this fight. I think the one possibility, or the one thing that we know is not going to happen, is not going to be any foul play. It's not going to be any low blows. It's not going to be a headbutt that ends this fight.
How you know it ain't going to be no low blows? You got hit with low blows. A lot of them. Y'all even complained about it. Why would he hit you with low blows and not hit Terence Crawford?
You never heard of it.
What's Shawn Porter talking about? It's not going to be no headbutt. Bro, a headbutt is very possible if he's in conventional and he's in the southpaw stance. Headbutts happen. Low blows happen. You definitely got hit with a lot of them. The hell is going on with Shawn Porter, man? The hell? Let me hit him with Deron Isley.
What the hell is going on? Hey, let me stop that shit. That's some dumb shit.
The hell is Shawn Porter talking about?
Prematurely. I'm gonna go ahead and say it simply, man. The fans win.
Boo!
Boxing.
Boo!
Hey,
what the hell is going
That's some
on?
dumb shit.
I hate that, man. The fans win. I hate that. I hate that. I hate that. Who gonna win? Did the fans win with Manny Pacquiao and Floyd? Cause they all complained about it, right? Did their fans? Then the fans are gonna win. After the fight, Floyd won. The fans didn't. That's what some people would say, right? Floyd and Manny won because they came out on top like fat rats. But let's stop, man. That's some bull.
Hey, let me stop that shit. That's some dumb shit.
Come on, man. The fans win. Don't y'all hate that? Shout out to Nick Rich. He said bullshit. AJ, he said, I'm going for the plus money, whoever it is.
Especially win in this one.
Shawn, we appreciate it as always. Kell, Brook, appreciate it. How do you think the fight is going to unfold on Saturday, July 29th between Errol Spence Jr. and Terence Crawford?
See, because I missed this part of the interview, y'all. I saw the other parts and then I left. I had some other stuff to do and I was like, yeah, I'm going to do it on the fly. Live reaction. What is Kell Brook going to say?
I honestly don't know.
Oh!
I'm on the fence also. One day I'm saying Crawford, the next day I'm saying Spence. It's one of them. There's a small, very minute margin between both of them. They're both unbelievable fighters. And like Shawn said, the fans have got, going to get the best of both fighters at the right time. So it's going to come down to the night. We're going to wait and see.
a true 50-50 fight. Virgil Hunter.
Another one.
What the hell is going on?
I ain't feeling that. I'm Kell Brook. Kell Brook, come on, man. Like, you got to give me something.
I want to hear that.
Come on, man. Give me something. But all right, what you got for me, Virgil?
Have you thought about how the fight might go?
I think it's just fair to say that if I was able to spend 3 weeks in Errol's camp and watch the training, watch the strategies, watch what he does after training, how he recuperates, how he reinvigorates himself, and the same thing with Crawford. I think that would be able to allow me to have a more accurate pick. But
people make picks every day without spending 3 weeks in the Come on, Virgil Hunter. Silence. Silence. We don't want to hear that. Let me get what can I hit him with it? Where is it at?
Silence.
Come on, fam. You got to give me more than that.
Think that
my man said, well, if I was to spend 3 weeks in his training camp and go home with him and stay with him for the weekend and see what happens at nighttime, come on, bro.
What the hell is going on?
Nah, we can't get jiggy with that. Somebody said, dude, all excuses. Yo, let's go, man. Come on, man.
I'll be more settled on a pick during the week of the fight, watching the mentalities and the attitudes of the fighters, and particularly on that scale. I think in this fight, that scale is going to say a lot because both fighters are in their 30s. They've been at this weight. Errol's been at this weight his whole career. It can't be easy for him to make this weight. I don't know how hard it is for Crawford to make the weight.
I know it ain't easy. He said it ain't easy. They asked him, how do you make the weight, Errol? He was like, near death. Near death. He laughed twice. He was dying laughing. It was funny to him. And then the guy, Gillie, made a joke. He was like, this you right here all day. One sip of water. And he took one sip and put the bottle down and said, that's it for the whole day.
I think down in that Vegas heat and training in that environment, I think it's going to be a factor. And of course, the rehydration process. So I'd have to be subjected to each fighter's mental makeup over a period of time to see the mental and concentration.
Man, people make picks all the time without having the mental makeup, staying in the camp for 3 weeks, going home with the guy, seeing how he recovers at night, going to the week, seeing how he look on the scale, knowing the mental makeup. Come on, bro. People make picks all the time without all of that, bro. And Virgil Hunter has as well.
And the mental fortitude to be able to make a pick at this time. At this time, God. I'm just going to enjoy the fight. Hope to get there and see it live. It's just a great fight for boxing.
All right, and I will end it with Stephen Breadman Edwards. Breadman, do you have any inkling as to where the fight might go on Saturday, July 29th?
He's going to tell us. He can decide now. He's going to pick one. He's going to pick one. He's going to pick one.
You know, it's going to be a great fight. I wouldn't be surprised if both guys hit the canvas. I think it's going to be a great fight. I don't have a pick, though. I think it's so close and there's so many little things that you guys know in the gym and things like that, that is really, really hard. Anybody who picks this fight with a bullet real early is because that's what he wanted to win. And I'm more...
No, that ain't who we wanted to win. We just added in all the factors. And we just believe Errol is a good fighter. He just can't beat this guy. Not right now. I just think it's too much going against him, especially that weight. You got a guy growing out of a weight versus a guy growing into a weight. A guy who hasn't fought a guy who fought 6-7 months ago versus the guy who hasn't fought in almost 15 months. You get what I'm saying? A guy who hasn't been injured versus a guy who's had a very dangerous, life-threatening injury. A guy who stayed healthy and stay in shape versus a guy who blows up in between weight induced and admittedly doing fight camp. A guy who had a retina surgery. A guy who loses focus in the ring and looking for his teeth. Like, that's not we just saying we want him to win. We're adding in all of those factors and making a logical, objective, unbiased opinion. Like, I think this guy's probably going to win this fight. Just saying. That's what we thinking. The ones who got Crawford. It ain't about like, yeah, you just want that guy to win. We're all up here doing it the right way. No, y'all playing the fence, so no matter what happens, y'all can say, yeah, I saw that happening. Yeah, I was thinking that too. Yeah, man, whatever, bro.
What the hell I'm objective, going on? You know, I got a relationship with both teams. I'm happy.
And that's what it is. Checkmate. Y'all heard what he just said? I got a relationship with both teams. That explains it all.
It's really, really hard.
That's what it is. I got a relationship with both teams.
This fight with a bullet real early is because that's what he wanted to win. And
it ain't real early. It ain't real early right now. The fight is what? 22 days away. It ain't real early at this point. This is a fight that we thought we was going to get last year. Some people wanted it almost 5 years ago. Nah, man. Maybe 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Before the Ugas fight, some people wanted to fight Bud then. The Danny fight, we was talking about it back then. We was really talking about it around Danny time. We was really talking about it around Ugas time. You know? So it ain't no real early, dog. But he says it best. I have a relationship with both teams.
I'm more like, I'm objective. You know, I got a relationship with both teams. I'm happy.
Checkmate. That's all it is. Put a case on him, yo. Guilty. That nigga said, I got a relationship with both teams. All right. That's all it is then. You could have started the whole shit off with that, and that could have been it for me.
For everybody.
All he had to say was, I ain't making no pick. I got a relationship with both teams. Number 9 could have been number 1 to me. If you ain't giving picks, get the fuck off the stream. Yeah, get the hell off the stream, man. I got a relationship with both teams. I don't want to fuck up my relationship. Why? Well, that's cool. You could have just said that from the beginning instead of, well, if you making a pick, that means you wanted that to happen. Making a pick early. It ain't early, dog.
And I really don't have a pick right now. I just think it's going to be a great fight. I am curious of one thing, though. I want to see where Errol rehydrates to. Because I watched that Danny Garcia fight. I don't know why I sit up in the middle of the night and I watch fights. I watched the Danny Garcia fight. And Errol looked skinny that fight. If you look at his body real good, he didn't fill out. Danny was like bigger that fight. Shawn, watch that fight and tell me what you think about Errol's body.
I know what you're talking about. I remember seeing that now.
He looks like he was in like the 150s. You know, that's what I saw in that fight. I saw a guy that didn't get into the 160s from 147. And y'all guys are big, man. Nobody tells what they walk around, but you don't want to be as big as Errol Spence and only rehydrate into the 150s. You know, so I'm curious to see. It's been well documented that, you know, he's probably struggling to make weight and he may move up after this fight. So I'm really curious to see if he can rehydrate the 161, 162, 163, because I think that's a big, big factor in this fight coming down the stretch.
All right. Well, you heard it here from our esteemed.
All right. Well, that was it, man. That's what y'all think of that, man. Let me drop the link out there real quick, see what y'all talking about, and I'll close the show out after that. Get into this. Yeah, I'll drop the link out there. I'll try it. I'll try it for a little bit. What time is it? And I'll do that, do a recap of that, let you guys give me your thoughts on that, current events, anything going on out there we need to talk about. What's happening? Virgil Ortiz. Yeah, Virgil Ortiz is out. The fight. He gone. Let me see. Let me see. Bear with me. Bear with me. Go over here to Twitter real quick. Let me see what's going on. It was something I wanted to talk to y'all about. I saw it on Twitter. I was like, did I save it though? I'm trying to see if I saved it. But let me see what they're talking about. Food Revolution said some good points, but overall PC. Yeah, it was very PC, man. Especially when it was trying to get the picks. Like, come on, fam. Make a pick. You knew that was coming, right? But especially with Birdman, like finally at the end, he was like, yo, I said Birdman, Breadman. He was like, yo, I got relationships with both guys. If you making a pick, you wanted that to happen. It's too early. Nah, it ain't too early. See what's going on out here. It was something I wanted to talk about. Did I save it? No, that's old. That's not it. Damn. It was something. 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 What was I looking at? Okay, I did see that Eddie Hearn has declared Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder is now locked in for December in Saudi Arabia. Have y'all heard that? Eddie Hearn said Wilder and AJ is locked in for December. And he said, and if AJ, that's if AJ beats Dillian White on August the 12th. So you got to beat Dillian White on August the 12th. What y'all think of that? Did anybody hear about that? Saw that earlier today. I wanted to bring that up. I was going to do a whole video about it. Let me switch the banner real quick. All right. Yeah. But that was something else. That's not it. But yeah, I got AJ beating Dillian White. Shout out to Mr. Boxing Moves. Said the fight ain't close at all. Bud wins by KO. Let's go. He said the number one reason is Bud's ability to punch in between his opponent's punches. Yes. He said, you're showing it in your clips, man. Come on, bro. This kid good, man. And I'm showing what Errol Spence do well. Just beat you up if you stand there in front of you, but he works behind that jab. I got to give him credit for that. He does work behind that jab. Let me give Mr. Boxing Moves the $5 drop. Thanks so much for supporting the show in a major way.
I got 5 on it.
Yeah, I really appreciate that, Mr. Boxing Moves. Salute.
What do you mean by that?
Appreciate you, man. Thanks for supporting the show in a major way. Help your man Martin Nash get to Vegas, man, for this trip. Boom. Yeah, but I got AJ beating White, man. I think Dillian White is done. I think he's definitely done. This is I don't even know why we even doing this, like this rematch. Joshua White too. What was that, 2015? Oh yeah, they did have that little ruckus. And that little, all that stuff went down. It was a little crazy. At the end. Let me see if I can put it on the screen. Oh no, that's the zone. I ain't even gonna play with them. The zone don't play by that.
And technically, if anybody gets in the ring over, it should be disqualified.
That's up.
Ooh, one on the bell. Oh, and look at White. White's gone crazy.
Yeah, he definitely should have been disqualified for that. He came over there. He went all the way in. But shout out to that ref for separating that shit. And was like, nah, we're gonna reset this shit and we're gonna keep this fight going.
Jonathan Banks has done a great job. He's thrown White in his corner and shielded him as everybody's just going berserk. He did land after the bell. What a reaction from.
Now that was more than a reaction for White. White went crazy, man. But this is gonna be a big fight. Let me ask y'all this. Oh, this is a question I had for y'all. Let me put this graphic on the screen. Now I remember. I remember this. Now this is just a little conspiracy theory, I guess, type thing. But it's a theory. It is true. Like, let me give shout out to Mr. Boss Moves again. Thank you so much for the support, and again, thank y'all for allowing me the opportunity to entertain y'all this evening, man. Let me give him a drop.
I got 5 on it.
Thanks again so much for supporting the show. Derrick James, is it possible? Just asking, is it possible? I know they're gonna kill me in the comments, especially like the Spence fans. Derrick James has a lot on his plate in a very short amount of time. Is it possible somebody might get the short end of the coaching stick? If that makes sense, if you know what I mean. Look at this right here. And look at these dates, right? You got Spence, you got Frank Martin, July 15th. Right? 2 weeks later. Also, shout out to Nonito Donaire. He fighting on that card too. Shout out to Rachel and Nonito. Good luck to them. They're going against Alejandro Santiago for the vacant WBC title. That title, I believe, was vacated by Inoue when he went up in weight, if I'm not mistaken. So you got that fight that you prepping this guy, then you leaving that guy to go work with Errol, and Errol's fight is happening 2 weeks later. Then you got Dillian White, and then what's that? From July 29th, 2 weeks after that. So you got a fight here 2 weeks. Afterward, you got that fight 2 weeks. 2 weeks after that, you got Joshua and White. And then about 6 weeks after that, you got September the 30th. Maybe the Charlo and the Canelo fight, that's not that far apart. I mean, that's not that close, so that's okay. But these other fights, they 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks. Will it play an issue? What you guys think of that? Is that a storyline to what might happen? Going from Texas to Vegas, back to, are they going back or are they going to stay in Vegas? Are they going to just already stay there while you working with Frank Martin? You know, after the Frank Martin fight, you and Errol just going to stay in Vegas for the next 2 weeks? Probably so, right? But what about training AJ? Is AJ going with y'all to Vegas? Or are you training? Because he got to be training, because he got to fight 2 weeks after that. Interesting, right? When you think about it. Oh no, man. Oh no. A lot of these fights are very close together. 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks. 15th, 29th, August the 12th. And where's that fight at? Where AJ fighting at? Let me see. Where AJ fighting at? They fight in the UK, right? They're not fighting in America. What she said about December? She was like, AJ fight is in December. No. He got to fight with Dillian White August the 12th. It's on the screen right here, August the 12th. See what I'm saying? Like, that's a lot. Lady Shan said, okay, it's in London. So 2 weeks after the Spence Crawford fight, he need to go over to London. Is AJ already over there, or is AJ over here training with him? Like, that's a lot, bro. It's a lot. Y'all think that's going to play a factor at all? Wembley. Shout out to Wembley. Interesting, right? I don't know. We're going to see. Let me see what y'all think. What do y'all think? Y'all think, is it possible? That's all I'm saying. Is it possible that it could play a factor? No, it's all good, Lady Shan. I'm sorry, it's all good, Foodie. So you got 2 weeks in Vegas. 2 weeks later, you got another fight in Vegas. Well, is AJ going with y'all? Are you gonna be is AJ going with y'all in Vegas? Or are you gonna be flying back? Are you leaving him with something to do? Like, all right, we'll just work on this until I come back. Or does he come with y'all to Vegas and get in that heat? Do you guys is it a climate? Like, how does that work when people train in the UK, like, or fights in UK? Like, don't they go over like 2 weeks before? So that means immediately after the Spence and Crawford fight, he might be going to get on the plane with AJ. We're going to do the last 2 weeks over there. This is a lot, man. I don't know what y'all think of that. Somebody said iron sharpening iron. Just imagine the energy in that gym. Well, Frank Martin said he don't work with Errol. Because they was asking about the things he's seen, and then he even asked him about sparring. He said, nah, I don't spar. I haven't sparred with him neither. Talking about the things he's seen. All right. Check that out on Fight Hype. I played it yesterday. Did a breakdown on it. It's a lot. Good thing is AJ been in there with White before, so he knows what he's facing, knows what he up against. He's been there before. But the big fight out of all of these, though, like, that's coming up within this 6 week period back to back, is that Spence and Crawford. Shit, Jamel at least has until September the 30th, you know what I'm saying, to get his off. It's a lot. Let me see what they're saying. Somebody said ESPN just put is August 12th in the O2 in London on Twitter. Salute. Shout out to Lady Shan. She said she in the building. AJ said someone on the team feeling like they were neglected? Possibly. Who knows? Who knows? Because you can't. How about this? It's almost impossible to go in there and do mix with everybody the same thing, or watch, or was he sitting there watching everybody on the bag at the same time? Because I did hear him say, like, some guys tell the guy to get on the bag and they just leave him on the bag. He said, I sit right there. Give me a chair, or I sit on the edge of the ring apron and I sit right there and I watch. You can't watch 3 people at the same time. Or are they like, you got this schedule? Yeah, or I do hear people talk about they pass each other, or sometimes they see each other in there and pass them, but those some long days, man. It's a lot. Somebody said trainers do it all the time. Look at Robert Garcia, but he has his son too. Yeah, a lot of people have a lot of help. I don't know who really helps Derrick James, and these guys got to go overseas. This is a lot, though. This is a lot, especially 2 big fights too. These are two of these 3 are really big fights, but even for Frank Martin, like, this is a big fight for him. First time headlining. Jamel Charlo versus those are 2 mega fights right here, possibly 2.5. Because matter of fact, I'll say 3, because all Joshua fights are big fights. He ain't fighting in no bar room. All Joshua fights are big fights. These are big fights, man. 3 of these 4, well, really all 4 of them, because they fighting at the Cosmo. It's a lot. It's a lot. I'm just curious. Did y'all think it'd be a factor? She said Kate Causey, the fight was canceled because he passed out. Yes, he fainted. He fainted, and Shelly Finkel and the team, and they just took him out the fight. And that's crazy, man, because Stanionis don't get paid. If you don't fight, you don't get paid. That's crazy. That's crazy. And he took all them times taking that step aside money. Now it's time to fight. 2 days. The guy out after doing all that training. Yeah, I would have to fight somebody, man. But somebody got to get the hands. Spend all that money on training camp, cutting weight. No fight. That's a lot. AJ said, good point. If DJ has a team, then it's possible. Yeah, man, I'm just saying it's a lot for one person, man. Even the mental pressure and the stress of going training these guys and prepping this guy for this guy, prepping him for him. You getting this guy to bulk up to get ready for this guy, and you got to still work with Frank Martin and keep him sharp. Is Ryan around? Where's Ryan at? Is he in there trying to pick up some game and learn some stuff too? Interesting, man. It's interesting. It's a lot. Somebody said he needs to move up in weight. Yeah, Virgil Ortiz got to move up in weight, man. But really, he just needs to get healthy first. I don't even care about boxing right now. Really don't even care about his quote unquote boxing career right now. I care about why does this keep happening to this young man, and what is going to happen to, what he need to do to fix it. Some people say it's cutting the weight. Maybe it's the way he's cutting the weight. But for it to keep happening, and like, man, that's crazy. Lisa Bell said Robert Garcia has an academy and a lot of assistants. I couldn't agree more. Yeah, it's not the same. And even then, Robert Garcia, he don't regularly just going. It ain't like this guy. These ain't all these mega fights like all back to back. A lot of good fights back to back. Brandon Walsh said Nancy issue. Derek is trying to multiple fighters, but when Bomat was training Maurice Hooker, Amir Khan, and all those other fights, nobody said nothing. Y'all double standard. No, I just asked the question. I asked, is it possible? Just said it's a lot. 2 weeks back to back, and one of those is overseas. It just seems like a lot. I'm asking y'all, would it be a factor? Is it gonna be a factor? I'm just saying. Sorry, Maurice Hooker, Amir Khan, and Terence Crawford, all of them wasn't fighting 3 mega fights 2 weeks apart from each other, bro. 2 weeks. Then 2 weeks after that, you got to go overseas. Somebody said Derrick James' brother's helping. All right, that's cool. See, I didn't know. I'm just asking. Virgil trained multiple fighters. Not a problem. Didn't say it was a problem. You just came in late. Just saying, these are 3 big fights back to back to back. 2 weeks apart. That third fight, you got to go overseas. Is it going to be a factor? Maybe not. Probably not, right? So AJ going with them to train in the desert. Then from there, I guess, right after that fight, they take the flight over to London, right? Start getting acclimatized and getting used to being back over there. It's a lot. It's a whole lot in a short period of time. If he could pull this off, then come back, and then Jamel beats Canelo, bruh. I won't hear the end of Brandon Washington. I would not hear the end of Brandon Washington. Let me see. Yeah, Lady Shan said it's a lot. Somebody said it's a lot on the body and the mind. That's what I was saying. Full Revolution said overtraining. Derrick James' brother is helping. All right. I don't know his brother. That's interesting. Who's his brother? AJ said, did Bo Max fighters' performance dip when he started taking on more fighters? If so, that's a problem because you taking up time. I think it's about, like I said, it's 3 big fights, like 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks, and 2 week periods right behind each other. And one of them is overseas. Like all I'm saying, that's the biggest thing. Like, damn, it just seems like a lot. Or it might not be. It might actually work to AJ's benefit. You get what I'm saying? He goes over there and gets some desert work in. Full Revolution said Rabdo is a breakdown of skeletal muscle that happens with extreme overtraining. That's what she was talking about. The skeletal muscle start breaking down with it. Damn, how does that even happen? Yeah, call in, Brian. The number on the screen. And I put the link out there. The link is in the chat and the number's on the screen. Go ahead. I'll listen to it for a little bit. You right here at the end. Go for it. The link right there. Alexandria, she said, this is a great month of boxing. Absolutely. She said, they will all just be doing this by private jets, but it's still a lot. Absolutely. Don't care who you are. It's a lot. It's a lot for the trainer. Shoot, cause Frank Martin gonna be relaxing by the time AJ fight. You know what I'm saying? Spence gonna be done too. He gonna be relaxing. He gonna be recouping, recovering. But he's gonna be laying on a bag of money though. Come on, Bram. If you gonna pull up, man. Cause I'm trying to land the plane, baby. Somebody said Ennis versus Villa is going to be great. Is it though? I expect it to be fireworks, but oh boy, he kind of flat-footed. He's standing there all night. Now, I mean, if he can lure Ennis into his fight, that'd be cool. But I think Ennis might have his number in crack. Also, oh boy, Villa rehydrates crazy, bro. Look big as hell in there. I think he bigger than Boots when he rehydrates. That dude big as hell. Yeah, I was telling Shawn more. I said, what if Villa go in there and upset Ennis? He was like, nah, it ain't gonna happen. He was like, he's tailor-made for Boots. He gonna stand right there and take punches all night. I was like, well, yeah, Boots gonna get hit too. We seen Boots get hit by a guy that don't even crack like this. And the movement was setting it up, but this guy ain't gonna be moving like that. He gonna be standing right there walking towards him, but he big as hell and he could take a. You said you call? Nah, I ain't getting no call. I got just how you hear that sound, the device hooked up, but I'll call you. I got your number. I'll call you.
Please leave your message for.
Yeah, your phone going straight to voicemail, Brandon. I tried to call you. You heard that? I'll try again.
Please leave your message for.
I'll try it again. Yeah, your phone going straight to voicemail, Brandon. Try it again. Hang up the phone. There we go.
What up, Mark? I called I guess it wasn't going through.
Yeah, I tried to call you back twice. It kept saying it kept going to voicemail on the first ring, but you're here now, baby.
What up, though?
Man, what you think of the interview with the two champions and the trainers?
I didn't watch that. I didn't watch it. It's propaganda and it was stupid. So when I clicked on it, I was like, this is stupid. I don't care about this.
If you didn't watch it, how you know what it was? How you know it's propaganda? If you
because I saw it on Fight Hype. I saw because that the same thing that roll across your feed, your algorithm roll across mine. So I kind of looked at it, kind of glanced at it, but I didn't want to click on it. It's just propaganda, man. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't give a fuck what Kell Brook got to say. I don't give a fuck what Shawn Porter hating ass got to say. I don't care about Breadman. Breadman is a loser. And so I don't care.
What about Virgil Hunter?
You talking about the one fighter he trained and couldn't make nobody else a champion? Yeah, I don't want to hear about Virgil.
He's all-time great.
I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know. Who's all-time great?
Andre Ward.
Oh, yeah. He got a special fight in Andre Ward. I agree. He came up on a special product, but I don't think much of Virgil Hunter. And, you know, Virgil, I heard the shit you was playing. Virgil Hunter talking about the fucking weather and dumb shit like that. like, come on, bro. You know that was dumb.
Yo, Virgil said, I could make my pick if I spent 3 weeks in Spence camp and 3 weeks with Bud. I was like, that nigga trying to get a job.
Yeah, you already know.
He said 3 weeks in his camp. 3 weeks in his camp, go home with the fighter, see how he recovers, and spend time with him the week and see what his mental. I was like, man, you people make picks all the time without none of that, dog.
Yeah, Keisha Cole daddy tripping. Keisha Cole daddy tripping. I knew he was fucked up. I was like, damn, you used to knock down Frankie, bro. Damn, yo, Frankie couldn't have never been fine. Oh, thing you know, Frankie was good for. Shit, she ain't had no teeth in her mouth, but we just gonna leave it at that.
She had teeth back then, man. She probably had some teeth back then.
But no, man, they do. It's like they just want to talk. I'd rather you get more credible people on here. Get Shawn Porter, get Kenny Porter on her. Get hell, you can even get the dude that trained Kell Brook for what is that, Dominic Ingle. Get somebody like that. I don't want to hear about when the last time Virgil Hunter trained a fighter to do anything. Come on, man. Like, let's be honest. When the last time Virgil Hunter trained a fighter to do anything? He ain't. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to hear. I'd rather them do the little round table shit that remember when Kenny Porter and Angel Garcia sat down and they had I want to see that. I'd rather see Bo Mack and Derrick James talk. You know what I mean? Like, at least you're gonna get. I mean, bro, go interview Red Spikes or somebody. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to hear
busy. They all them busy. Yeah. They working.
Yeah, they washed up motherfuckers. I don't want to hear that shit, man. Amir Khan, I don't know. Amir Khan, I thought he saw a little drain. I thought I seen a little drip off his nose. Book the sugar loving ass. That motherfucker hit that line. That motherfucker started doing. That motherfucker started throwing punches. Fuck yeah! I was like, damn. Shit, I thought about Rick James. I said, cocaine is a hell of a motherfucking drug,
you
boy.
Going in, bro.
God, you know cocaine a hell of a drug. Boy, he hit them goddamn line. He hit a hole. I said, boy, them some big ass nostrils. I said, he got some good. He hit that whole line.
So you are crazy, bro. What is wrong with you, man?
Usually the dudes take a break on that line because they can't inhale that whole line. They kind of hit it a little bit, get that little, and then hit it again. Man, that motherfucker held that nose. That was a vacuum clean. That motherfucker that.
All right,
I'm still snorting.
You know what I mean? You gotta relax. What is wrong with your mind, bro?
Bro, I'm not the only person think like this. I'm just the only person that says I think like this. You know, when you be looking at people, you be like, boy, he look like a straight dope fiend. Like, you just think of dope fiend shit. Be like, I wonder when he get the drain. I wonder if he be moving his mouth and shit sideways and twitching up his jaws and shit like that. I wonder when he was like,
I'm gonna talking get about now, bro?
I'm talking about Kell Brook.
Why are you saying that about him?
It's true.
He's okay now.
Is he? He went to rehab. Because you know, you just with the way with the way he hit that line, you can't quit by yourself. You got to go into some kind of program, and they got to teach you how to quit.
I forgot he did get caught online.
Yeah, see, now you with me now.
I forgot he got caught with the
with the buzzer sugar, with the nose candy, with the ski slopes. Shit, come on now. Yeah, that shit was, man. Matter of fact, you should play the video. No, I don't do
No, I'm not doing that, bro. What is wrong with you, dog?
Hey, man, we here now.
Yeah, we here now. Go ahead.
Fuck it. But no, outside of that, man, I'm gonna get back to work. Outside of that.
Go ahead, man. What else happened? I'm trying to think who does Virgil Hunter train right now? I'm trying to remember.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, man. They just picking random people and shit. So what you think?
I know.
They might well go find Barry Hunter too. Goddamn it! If you looking for hunters, go find Barry too. Goddamn, see what Barry got to say.
Well, here's the thing. Virgil Hunter is there because he had a fighter in Kell Brook that he had to, that fought against Terence Crawford. So is that fair?
That wasn't his fighter.
Yeah, well, Amir Khan. I'm saying Amir
Khan.
Amir Khan. Amir
Khan.
I said Kell Brook. I meant to say Amir Khan.
Yeah, and then guess what? And then when Terence Crawford whooped his ass. Hold on, let's tell the story. When Terence Crawford beat his ass, he was like, "I'm gonna go train with Bomac." Every time he lose. And then didn't Bomac train him for the what fight did Bomac train him? He didn't train him for the Kell Brook fight. What fight did Bomac train him?
It was the Kell Brook fight, and he got beat up.
No, he did, bro.
That was just one of his worst performances ever.
That was one of his worst performances ever.
Yo. I ain't even going. I felt like he got too much taken out of him in training camp, bro. He went out there trying to train with him, and he did the Nebraska trip. Then he went to up there with the mountains, and
he tripped out.
Hey, look, you think they set him up?
Tuck your chin.
You think they set him up like remember Terry Silver? Remember Terry Silver from the Karate Kid? Remember he had him.
Had him hitting the walls and shit. Yeah,
he was like, "Just for not giving us our damn knockout that we wanted. Your ass over there quitting. I'll show you. Somebody gonna knock you out."
Motherfucker talking about low blow. I can't go no more. I said, "Goddamn, what he do? What he do? Why the fuck he just the motherfucker just quit? Oh, my nut. I said, this dude here, boy. God damn, murder. Anyway, but outside that, man, good show, man. I'm gonna jump back in the chat. I'm not gonna antagonize you tonight.
Oh man,
I want to hear something. That can't go on too many nights. That can't go on too many nights.
Brandon, I'm letting you close the show out with it.
You done?
Yeah, I'm done, baby. I'm out of here. This is a pop up. This ain't my regular show.
Oh, my bad, man. Well, thank you for the pop, man. Yeah. Thank you for the pop up, man. I am entertained. I'm at work passing time.
Man, talk some shit, man. Come on, call them some bitches and ducks and stuff.
Come on. Nah, man, that ain't even the spirit of this show tonight. Hell, I not already talk shit about Kell Brook and Virgil Hunter and all the rest. Shit, they might well interview all the hunters. They might well go find Michael Hunter Jr. Shit, go get Michael Hunter Jr. See what he thinks. Fuck yeah. Shit. What other trainer we ain't seen? They interviewed Breadman. Who else we need to find?
I've been calling him Birdman by accident all night.
Hey man, who else can we find?
What happened to that boy? Hey, look, let me ask you this, man. We got that damn. Look, save it for Saturday, because Saturday we're gonna talk some shit, all right? Because that's
Saturday gonna be lit, bro.
Saturday is the night. Saturday gonna be crazy. Now, it's some fights. It's gonna be some fights. We're gonna do some fight talk, but
fuck them fights. Shit.
I'm ready for this all access, nigga.
Come on,
I'm ready for this all access, dog.
We're gonna be watching everything they say. Hold on, did he say that? Hold on. What did he say? Hold on, what he do? Did you see what he did there, man, bro?
Bro, we gonna be so analytical and critical. Like, look at him. Look what he eating. He looks tired.
You already know.
Where's that? Man, man, y'all niggas gonna be nitpicking that bud. Y'all niggas gonna be talking about his haircut still. Like, y'all gonna be talking about everything except the fight, and I'm here for it. Be dying laughing.
Bro.
See, look, bud, look slow in there.
You already know how this shit gonna go. Yeah, Boost, this how it should go. Yeah, Boost knocked old boy out pretty good, huh? Oh yeah, that was good. Outside of that, you already know.
Who else? Hold on, it is somebody else on this card though, man. Damn, I feel bad because I don't even know off the top of the head. Boots.
I'm telling you, man, this shit don't mean nothing. This shit is a placeholder. The only reason this fight is in front of All Access, this shit is just a brand. This shit is a placeholder for All Access. Yeah,
man, but I did want to see that Virgil Ortiz-Stanionis fight. I did want to see that because those guys supposed to be the next one.
He's fainted. He ain't the next one. We know that he done.
That shit is over.
He got a medical condition. His ass is out of there. How the fuck you faint and making weight, man? What is you doing?
2 days before the fight, bro. Nigga don't faint.
Man, I bet. Mark. He seen that in his shit. He had to have blood or some of this shit. Come on, bro. Like you know when your body breaking down, your piss and your shit, you can tell you what's going on. It do. You know, when you wipe your butt, you're supposed to look at the tissue. Every time I wipe my butt, I look at it.
Look at the tissue.
I look at the tissue. I'll be like, damn.
Oh, Floyd Schofield. Bro. Okay, so yeah, this gonna be a good card, man. Let me move. Floyd Schofield is fighting this weekend. Jojo Diaz is fighting this weekend. Boots Ennis is fighting. We're gonna cover those three. We're gonna watch those shit.
Okay, bet. I'm with it. But yeah, man, you gotta examine your body. You gotta examine yourself. You gotta look at it, examine it, be like, damn, what the fuck did I eat? Like, what the fuck is going on? Oh no, I can't do this.
Brandon said, why does it hurt? It's not coming out smooth.
Hey, boy,
why is it burning? It's burning.
I gotta
too much hot sauce.
I gotta take stool softener. Fuck that shit. I take the red pills, man. That me feel like, hey, that's how I understand how a man can feel homosexual. I don't understand that, man. That shit be blowing that boy when you cut, man. Shit, you think you can stick something up in there? And the way this shit coming out, man, I be gripping. Bro, I be gripping the motherfucking toilet. I be like, woo! I be like, woo! Whatever it is, ain't gonna do it no more. And I be thinking about that. I be like, man, how do a man take another man like this? I be like, woo!
Yo, son, am I the only one dying laughing right now?
Bro, if you use the restroom 2 times in one day, your ass be raw. I don't think homosexual men. I don't think they can fuck no more than 2 times a day.
I'm dead.
I don't think so. That asshole be raw, bro. That asshole be raw, bro. You know I ain't lying, bro. I remember I had a colonoscopy. I had a colonoscopy. Bro, I shitted so much, I started shitting out water. I would pack that motherfucker. I didn't even wipe my ass no more. I just packed that motherfucker.
Son, this is crazy. I can't listen to
voice. I gotta get back to work, man. I gotta get back to work. Salute to y'all, man. I'm out.
Oh my god, this is funny shit ever, bro. No pun intended. No pun intended. That was some funny shit. Oh my god. Oh my god, nigga, I can't breathe. Man, bro, I'm laughing so hard, man. My eyes are watering. My damn face hurt from laughing so hard. That's the funniest shit I ever heard in my man. Oh my god, yo, I gotta make that a clip. I gotta make that a clip, yo. Hilarious, bro. Who was that calling in? 929. Was that 929? I'll let you be the last call in. 929, New York. Shout out to what's this? Richmond Hill, New York. 929. You can call back. I'll take your call. You'll be the last one. Somebody said this clone is not it. Man, that joint was funny. Somebody said somebody find the real Brandon Washington. No bud slander. Oh my goodness. That was funny, bro. That was funny, bro. Let me see if I call Richmond back. Oh my goodness. Let me see. I'm gonna call him back. One time I called somebody back. It was like, who the fuck is this? It's like, nigga, my lunch break over. Don't ever call me again. I was like, oh, okay.
Oh.
929, you on the line. Tell them your name, where you from, family.
This is Virtuoso from the 5 Boroughs.
Virtuoso?
Yes, sir.
That's a dope name, man. Virtuoso from the 5 Boroughs. All right. You an MC too?
Yeah. Huh?
You an artist?
No. I'm not an artist, man. I just I'm usually on YouTube boxing, you know. I be on panels, you know,
okay,
discussing boxing. But yeah, man, I heard about you through Lady Chan. Shout out to Lady Chan.
All right, cool. Shout out to Lady Chan. That's what up, though. Talk to me, man.
Yeah, man. So I'm just expressing my frustration about these Twitter gangsters, man. That I don't know. They're beginning the story fucked up about Terence Crawford. Look, man, I'm sorry about the issue with Stanionis not getting the fight, but him taking step aside money ain't got nothing to do with Bud fighting Avenetian. And when I try to, express that point, man, it usually comes down to, well, you're a Bud stan, and then I get into it. I call them heterosexual, but then when I get called a pussy, right? Right? That to me is a provocation that I'm not going to do something. And I don't understand why, okay, I'm just making fun of your point, but I'm not trying to attack your character. So when you're trying to come at me like that, I'm like, okay, I know heterosexual has been an offensive term for them. And it's like, yeah, it comes down to some, all that, sexual stuff, but like, you gotta understand, man, that thing usually rolls off the shoulder, man. And when you call me a pussy, man, I just like, that's a provocation. And it's like, it's not like you're gonna say something like that to my face. But it's like, I deal with these people like that are just arguing these things in bad faith. And when I point this out, they get emotional. And then they talk about, well, I pull up on the fights, and it's like, well, first off, I don't spend money on showcase fights. That's you, man. Good for you. But my ring is outside. And
what you mean your ring is outside? Oh, hold on. Let me make this clear. So you get mad about things people say on the internet? Like, are they in New York where you at, or are you talking to people in Canada?
Nah, they talk like from a distance, and they judge people. And I'm like,
so what can you do about it, bro? What you gonna do about it though? Like, you're on the internet, man. You can't.
Exactly. That's like, I'm not gonna do anything, and they're not gonna do anything to me.
Like, get your jokes up. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly. Like, I'm just like, when they call me pussy, I'm just gonna turn around and flip it and say like, yo, you don't get any. That's why you sound so stressed.
Yeah,
like,
so
at the end, it's just jokes.
What are you a virtuoso of?
Huh?
Your name is Virtuoso, right?
Yes.
What is your talent?
My talent? Well, I used to be an actor. I didn't really pursue it that much, but I'm usually like just talking boxing, and just people tell me, yo, I have some good insights on the sport, and I get respect for it, but I don't really like disrespect people. But when I'm being disrespected like that, I'm like, oh, hold up, bro. Like, first off, when you talk like that, you're not going to say that like in front of my face, because you're talking from a distance. And it's like this whole Bud versus Crawford thing, it's gotten, Crawford versus Spence, it's like, it's gotten real personal.
Why are you so emotional about it though?
No, it's not even. I'm not even emotional about it. It's
you want to fight them because they call you a pussy. Like, you can't do nothing about it on the internet. Call them a pussy back. So what?
Exactly. Like, it's like, but that's the thing. It's like, I tell them like, yo, you're not gonna do nothing talking like that. You're just talking behind the internet.
Yeah. So just talk back to them. Like it's the you can't do nothing to them, bro. All you can do is turn it off or talk back to them or watch another show. Yeah.
It's all shit talking, but like at the end, you're not gonna do nothing. So all that stuff about, well, meet me at the fight. So I'm like, yo, listen, my hands are free admission. I'll be outside.
Yeah, but they're not outside in your state. So what's the point, bro?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So when they say that, it's like, I'm not even near you. So it's like, it's pointless. So I just want to get that off my chest, man. I understand this thing has gotten, the worst out of people. I know it's been like close to 5 years, but like, it's coming, yo. The debate ends on July 29th. That's all I'm saying.
I know that's right. All right. I appreciate you. Hey man, you gotta learn how to play the piano or the drums or the flute or something, nigga. Your name Virtuoso.
All right, man.
Yeah, that's you gotta learn how to do. Okay. Get back to acting, man. My man said. Hey, look at it like it's acting. When these dudes start talking all crazy, look at it like they're just putting on a virtuoso performance over the internet. They ain't gonna do nothing. It's just acting. They just talking, man. Yeah, don't let that shit get you all worked up. Fuck with us over here, though,
Yeah.
man. And shout out to Lady Sham for sending you over, man.
Thank you.
All
Peace
right.
out, bro.
All right. Cool. And get your pussy ass off my phone, you pussy. I'm joking with him. I know if he sees that and make him mad. I'm just teasing. Yeah, that's your guy, man. There we go. Hey, look, you can't let them see you sweat, man. Once they know something bothers you, man, they just gonna keep bothering you with it. Yo, and shout out to AJ for supporting the show via the Cash App, man. Directly going to support this trip, man. We're gonna be doing live coverage from the Spence and Crawford fight. I will be doing that immediate reaction as soon as I get back to the room. As soon as I get back to the room, and then they're gonna take me that long. I'm getting right back to the room. Let's go. We're gonna go right up in there. I'm gonna have everything set up, and we're gonna knock out that joint. I'm already had the joint set up with the timestamps and everything. Well, not the timestamp. I'm already had the live set up. Boom, going live straight from Vegas, man. It's gonna be lit. Somebody said, "You've been heard," and Google, your friend. She said, "You've been heard." Peace. And Google can be your friend, Virtual. So he gonna get mad at you now too. Somebody said, ask about his first heartbreak since he's venting. Yo, yeah, it's all good. Somebody said, gonna be at Dre's celebration. Gonna be at Dre's celebrating that W. Man, I ain't going to nobody club out there. I got an early flight. Yeah, the fight is on Saturday. I'm flying back Sunday. Getting the hell up out of town. I ain't waiting for that Monday joint. I'm trying to be on one of the first ones smoking. Cause the flight back is gonna be like, it's like 4 hours there, but it take like 5 hours to get back. It seemed like from Vegas to Atlanta, just getting on that joint, ready to get back home. And yeah, and I'm going against time. You get what I'm saying? So I'm gonna be going against time. It's gonna be later when I get home. Versus when I go to Vegas, I gain some hours. When I come back, I'm gonna lose a couple hours. So just ready to get back home, see my baby, relax. Chop it up with y'all again, like yo, that shit crazy. You know what I'm saying? But I know on the first and the second, or on the second, I won't be doing the show on the 2nd, August the 2nd. Just giving y'all a heads up now. Might not be doing one August the 1st neither. August the 1st or 2nd. I'll probably see y'all August the 3rd. But that's it for me, man. Appreciate your time, your energy. Hope y'all had a good time. Somebody said, stay home, brother. Stay home to who? CD Slick, it's gonna be like the Tyson fight with Pac. It's gonna be dangerous. Oh, okay. There's danger everywhere, man. Can't live like that, man. Can't live like that. Can't live like that, man. Being scared to go to major events. Early flights in Vegas or a no mark. Be hurting the whole flight home. Nah, man, it ain't early like that. It's just like it ain't early like that, like not like what you thinking. And I ain't taking the first flight back, but I'm not staying there, you know. I'm not taking the last flight neither, and I'm not staying till Monday. That's what I'm saying though. Getting on back. But all right, thank you for your time, your energy. Thanks for supporting the show in a major way. Appreciate you guys giving me. Oh, he's talking about the after party. Hell yeah. Oh, you said Tyson with Pac. Oh man. Yeah, I hope not, man. Damn. Somebody said to use Spirit Air. Like, I don't fly Spirit. Now I have flown Spirit before, but Spirit is like a last option if I got to go somewhere, and it's like last minute. I don't prefer to fly with Spirit or Frontier. Plus, because they don't really have no entertainment up there. They don't like, they charge you for everything to pick your seat. They charge you extra for the bag. They charge you for the seat belt. It was like you want a real pilot or you want somebody in training? Huh? Want a real pilot? Okay, yeah, it's extra for that. I was like, damn. Charge you for the life vest. I think at best I think I got a cup of water on my last fight for free. I was like, man, I just need some water, man, because we was just sitting there so long. Had us waiting. But that's neither here nor there. Appreciate y'all, man. Foodie, you was right. That Frontier, bro, they delayed my joint 3 times on the way there. And then right there, that was telling people, look, if you're going to Baltimore, the flight is canceled. for most of y'all. Some of y'all gonna be able to get up here, but we got a smaller plane. So, and I realized, oh shit, they do this. And look, and even once I finally got there, like they delayed the flight the night before and told me like, hey, look, we're gonna use a smaller plane or something like that. You want to get an upgrade? I mean, you can take this credit and not push your flight back. I was like, nah, I'm going. Then I looked up, it was like, your flight delayed. Then we got there, it was delayed again. And after that, they say, hey, look, we got another slight delay, but it's gonna be a smaller plane. So some of y'all are gonna have to get a voucher. You're gonna have to fly out tomorrow. I was like, what? Hell no. I was like, and man, the whole little pack of broke niggas just broke out crying, like, no. But yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, and that one time I flew to Spirits because we missed our flight and we had to catch another flight. And we missed our flight flying with Delta. And that was all my fault. It had nothing to do with them. It was all my fault. And I missed that flight, man. I was so mad too. I was like right there at the gate too. And pretty much they just like, yeah, we didn't think you was here, so we gave you away your ticket. Like, nigga, I'm right here waiting for the line to get short. It was some shit like that, yo. It's crazy. But all right.
What up?
All right, let's take it from the top. Oh, but the new thing I do is now, though, if I have to fly with them, like when I knew I was flying with Frontier, I downloaded, like, because I knew they didn't have internet on the plane. So I downloaded some movies that I wanted to see and some shows. And yeah, I'm glad I downloaded extra ones, like, instead of just picking one thing because I had so many delays with them. So she said, I love Atlanta's airport. They have groom shuttles. Oh, they have groom shuttles. Yeah, we be shuttling everywhere around there. Yeah, it's a lot of food, man. It's a lot of dope places to eat at on the concourse. Like Atlanta got a lot of great restaurants. Like if you got a flight to Atlanta, to or from Atlanta, make time to go to one of the concourses and try some of those restaurants because they have restaurants at the airport that we don't have in the city. So you got to get it on the concourse. Like, yeah. So it's some of those restaurants that you just really can't really see in the city like that. They might just be at the airport, or it's like, or they have another one, but it might be so far away, or that, yeah, you might get to try it at the airport. And it's still good. She said, I hate Vegas International. Yeah, I don't like Vegas airport neither. I always get Quiznos at the airport at Vegas. That's all I get in. Get some Quiznos. That's about it. Somebody said they give you credits though. Who give you credits? Southwest give happy end. Oh, okay. Now I don't need nobody on the airport to get airport or the airplane to give me no happy ending. She said they do that. He said they do that regularly. Yeah, I didn't know that. I never had that experience with Frontier before. I never flew with them. That was my first time. And even on the way back from Baltimore, it was just like there's a lot of problems. And when I got to the airport, I've never seen Atlanta airport that packed because I was told that it was a mega storm and they shut down a lot of flights, like flights to New York, a lot of places like LA, Vegas. They just shut everything down. All the flights ended up getting canceled. And the airline was giving people hotel tickets and like they was giving them a shuttle. Like, hey, look, basically, you're gonna fly out tomorrow. We're gonna pay for your room. You're gonna stay at this hotel. But and I was showing people like where to go catch the shuttle at, because he was over there by me, and I was like, nigga, I'm waiting for somebody to pick me up. Got my wife picking me up. What you doing over here? He was like, yeah, man. He was like, you from here, man? I need some help, man. I was like, yeah, go on inside there, find a shuttle. They'll take you over there too. There's people from that hotel with a little van that'll come pick y'all up, take y'all to the hotel, bring y'all back to the airport. It was like, oh, okay. He was in the wrong place. Supposed to been flying from New York. Cool, white dude. I helped him out. But that's it, man. Let me do this neighbors only roll call. Let me close this thing out in a major way. Shout out to Ace Retro. Let's go.
What up?
Big Hova, I thought I told you.
What up?
Dub right side.
What up?
Mr. Golden.
What up?
Raheem Soto.
What up?
Like that.
What up?
My guy Clips 330 early.
What up, gangsta?
Shout out to my sister Memo, AK Girl behind the mic.
What up?
Unbiased fan Brim Reaper.
What up?
DJ He Don't Play.
What up?
Right. Rockman. Shout out to Rockman.
What up?
All is well with Tony Boswell.
What up?
Adam Kelly all the way in Australia.
What up?
Shout out to John. My bad. Shout out to John Nori. He came to tell his story.
What up?
Major Key Boxing.
What up?
My man Cam.
What up?
Titus the Titan.
What up?
Philip H, the all-time great. The boxing scholar, holla. God body with the shotty. Scant Rants came to do his dance. Dent 5, EDD. My man EDD, got to get that Bluetooth, homie. Seen and unseen boxing. Mr. Paz, my lad. Arthur. Lady Shan done them season. My UK girl all the way in London. Talk. Shout out to Cooking with the Champ, AK Champion Hard. On the floor with Shelton Moore. SLG. Sam F. Pound for Pound Sports Entertainment. That's my guy F. Merritt. What up, though? Shout out to the homegirl Tell Toya. Kendall. The kid is back just like dad. Shout out to Johnny Goodman. It's all hood, man. D-Lo 44 Boxing. What's popping? Shout out to my guy Shawn T with the strap. Kansas City Mac. I was flowing too. Damn. Broke my rhythm. Karma Serene with the Serene Saturdays. Shout out to Nick Rich and his bitch. Shout out to Nicky in Central Florida. Really appreciate you. And shout out to Mr. Rich as well. Arthur, the big talker. Aaron Parker. Taylor Bell with TabTech. UnlockSim.com. Unlock your next device today. Stephen Bateman all the way in Australia. Mama, we made it to Australia again. Kangaroo kicking their ass. Wanda Villadorilla, aka Epoxy Magic, my Filipino brother from another Transcendent Sports channel, all the way in Canada. We global, baby. Fistiana Fights, she just might. Jacob Sims, that's him. Haplo, let's go. MFB, Patricia Shelton, Miss Queen Sunkiss, Beyond the Ring with Nonito and Rachel Donaire. That's 9-time champion Nonito on his way to the Hall of Fame, on his way to his 10th world title. It's going down July 15th at the Cosmos in Las Vegas. That's the co-main with Frank Martin. So let's go support that fight in a major way. What up? Shout out to True Media Today, USA Boxing. That's my guy, Coach Malachi. What up, Coach? What up? Puto. What up? Full Revolution, aka Foodie with the Beauty. What up, gangsta? KP from KC5. Matt Wade, that's Matt Wade, MATTWADE. Ill Status Boxing. Tank the Sweet Science Examiner. Tell him Tank said it. Beyond Above Media. Pittsburgh T, aka Mark. That's not true. What up, gangsta? SF City Slicker. I know boxing. It's Mex. Rider of the Storm. Here to there. Matty Yoel. Cliff Bailey. Con Shawnery. Lisa Bell. She never fails. What up, gangsta? H.O.D.Z. Brandon Washington. What up? Brandon, that jump was the funniest shit I heard in a long time, bro. Oh man, I might have made that a clip. What up? Shout out to D Bevel the champ. What up? With the red bucket. And of course, the big fish himself, my good brother Dare Lincoln, aka member number 1. What up, gangsta? Man, this was a good one, man. Thank you so much for your time, your energy. Again, thank you for allowing me the opportunity to entertain you all this evening. Hopefully you were all thoroughly entertained. I love you. Hope you love yourself. If not, guess what? God loves you. So does Martin Nash in the neighborhood here, Breaking Beats, where we break down business, entertainment, art, technology, sports, and anything else you when I feel like squeezing into those letters. It's a hip-hop political sports show with a comedy twist. We like to let the jokes fly because life is serious enough. Dreams require sleep. Goals require effort. Go out there and get your goals. I'm on to the next episode. Hey, look, man, sometimes we're going to agree. Sometimes we're going to disagree. But remember, man, respect is free. Disrespect gonna cost you everything, your family, your freedom, your finances, most importantly, your life. So let's show each other love. Let's show each other respect. And always remember this.
I built this shit. Me. Brick by brick. And I'll be damned if I let you tear it down just because you don't like the way another nigga talk.
Yeah, this was a good pop-up. I'm glad I did it, man. I was gonna push this off to tomorrow, but I'm glad I did it today. All right, man. Drive, motherfucker.
This that squad sound. This is me, man.
Subscribe. I don't care how many subscribers he has. Support him. So he made all this possible. He made this possible.
Nah, Dr. Mark, God made this possible, and so did viewers like you. Thank you again. I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.